What's up, you guys, and welcome back to the Project Manga podcast. I'm Knox.
Or Kiko.
You are muted, Eagle. And we are hitting you guys with a special live stream. We met again with LKF Ashes. You might remember him from such episodes as hardest hitting emotional scenes in anime and manga. The last Q&A that we did. He's a really good buddy of ours, just as much a part of Project Manga as we are. He is just kind of like in the background, in the chair, doing a lot of technical things in social media and other kind of ways to help the project in any ways that he can. So thanks for joining us, Ashes. Good to have you back. And as the title suggests, we have just hit 1,000 subs. We are very grateful for that. That is a huge milestone. Thank you all so much for your support over the first year of this project. You never really think that it's going to look anything like this, you know, when you start a project like that. And just seeing everybody, you know, each week showing love and support in the ways that they do is really humbling, and it's really fucking awesome. So thank you guys so much for that.
Thank you. We love you.
Yes, absolutely. Before we get into things tonight, there are a couple of announcements that I kind of want to make in regard to the future of Project Manga, because there are some questions that people have been asking that I just kind of want to address here real quick. First and foremost, to show appreciation for 1,000 subs, we are doing another giveaway. So if you're here for the last giveaway, we gave away some figures inside of our Discord community. Yes. It's going to be very similar to that again, but instead of figures, we're actually giving away manga volumes this time. We got Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 1, My Hero Academia Volume 1, Black Clover Volume 1, and I said Chainsaw Man Volume 1 originally when I made the tweet, but that's not out till October, so sorry about that. Rip, I kind of blew it there, but sorry for anybody who was kind of like waiting for that. But I think we're just gonna replace it with One Piece.
Should have just asked me. I've been waiting for it for a long time. I got it pre-ordered.
Actually. I mean, it was on the tweet, so
I know I'm terrible.
Yeah, so but
throw my whole ass away.
Yeah, but hey, yeah, but it's fine. We'll just do One Piece since that's just another one, you know, that we cover. So we'll just keep it inside of the stories that we review. So it'll be One Piece Volume 1. I'll order that pretty soon here, and then once we get that, we'll probably do the giveaway shortly after that. The way that'll kind of go is so if you're a part of the Discord, you're already in the running, and then after a certain point in time, I'm going to screenshot the members list, and then I'm going to assign every member a number from like 1 to whatever that total number is, and then I'm going to run that total number. We'll go on Twitch or something like that. We'll go live on Twitch. And then we're going to run that total number through a random number generator 4 times until all the books are won. And then you'll be able to see that random number generator. So it's all fair and whatnot. And that'll be like kind of the way that we do that. So if you're not a part of the Discord, that link is down in the description below, I believe. So go ahead and join that. And yeah, also moving forward with Project Manga going into the future, we are, as people have been asking about, going to start a Patreon. We talked about that a little bit on the 500 subscriber video that we did, but people have been asking us, how can we support you, how can we see more from you, things like that. Patreon, I feel like, is a good kind of like quid pro quo for that, because mainly the reason why we want it, besides getting more content out for you guys, is because we really want to like hire like an official editor for Project Manga, because that will allow more time for us to focus on, you know, creating and pumping out more content, as well as keep all of our equipment up to date and kind of keep the machine running there. So we have some really good ideas for our content that you'll see inside of the Patreon, including a second weekly Shonen Jump review series where we cover pretty much the rest of the stories that we aren't covering on the main show, as well as a couple other different kinds of content that we're excited to show you guys. Ways to support Project Manga besides Patreon would be subscribing to the channel or to the podcast on Anchor FM. That link is also down in the description. Spot donations to like our PayPal or like Venmo are also cool too, if you guys are curious about that. But yeah, that is as far as the future goes, that's kind of like what we have in store for you guys. Getting into the topic of at hand tonight, we're doing a Q&A, as we were talking about on Twitter and Discord and Facebook and Instagram. So basically, we want to kind of just hang out with you guys and chat about literally anything you guys want. So if you have, if you had any kind of like anime or manga or comic book or otherwise pop culture or just life questions in general that you wanted to ask us on stream today, we asked you to submit those questions to LKF Ash's Twitter inbox. We got some questions that were sent in, but not as much as like last Q&A. So, or even for like the drunken One Piece trivia that we did. So feel free to use the chat while the stream is live if you have any questions that you want to ask us. If the chat does fill up like really like crazy, and you have a question or a statement that you really want us to address on the stream, obviously the people who submitted their questions on Twitter are going to have priority over everyone else. But if you really want to get your question off and the chat is filling up, feel free to use the super chat option, and that will bump your question up to into a queue where we literally can't miss it, and we will organically weave that question or comment into the conversation today, anywhere that it fits in. But yeah, absolutely, and that would also help to keep the machine of Project Manga running. Of course, all of those finances and proceeds will go to into the business, into the company. But let's get it, guys. Okay, how are you guys feeling?
What's up? What's up?
I'm feeling real good.
Let's address the chat here already.
Yeah, let's address this.
So, chat's already going wild.
What is going on, you guys? Okay, so we got Don Show. What's going on? Don Show. We got Ponzu right on time. Kaizoku O, thanks for pulling up, bro. I know that it's like 5 a.m. for you out there, Kaizoku. It means a lot for you to join us for this. You're on the other side of the planet, so we really appreciate that.
Strowman, Sean.
Big Sean hours, okay, baby, let's go. We got Marnie. What up, Marnie? Hold on, wait a minute now.
Yeah.
Squad shit.
We got Big Mako.
I see Mako too.
Oh, we got Mako. Okay.
Hell yeah.
Okay. What is going on?
I think we should address this question.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Okay. Okay. We got a $20 donation. Thanks a lot for that, man. I appreciate that. And I guess we can definitely start off with that question. Toji Zenin versus King Bradley. That's a really cool question. That's a really cool matchup. I'm going Toji just because I'm standing. I'm standing currently.
I want to stand too, but
so it's actually
homunculus.
It's been quite a while since I've read Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah.
Like, can someone like remind me what's the full scope of King Bradley's abilities? Is it like
perfect eye, isn't it, or whatever?
Yeah, he's got a crazy eye, and he's just cold-blooded with dual rapiers.
Yeah.
So just like
or maybe they're not rapiers. Yes. They're like swashbuckling like buccaneer swords. They're not even like actual rapiers.
They're like military sabers or something.
Yeah.
Regardless, high, very, very high physical abilities, and he's going to be able to see everything. I mean, it's like shot and gun, right? Like he can see all the attacks, anything coming. So. I mean, and homunculus are very close to fucking immortal.
Yeah. But at the same time, though, it's like
really hard.
So like as far as like speed feats go, because like obviously Toji is on a different level like there, and it really depends on which Toji we're talking about. If we're talking Prime Toji back in like Hidden Inventory, Premature Death.
Yeah, I think Prime Toji.
Yeah. So like, we're pretty sure that he's just as fast in that state as he was like in the current story. Because like he's being compared to like Three Finger Sukuna like from the beginning of the series by Megumi in like the recent chapters, and like I don't know if there were any specific like times in Full Metal Alchemist or Brotherhood where King Bradley's speed was really talked about that like that. I mean, I know that he scraped greed, and I know that he was just like a problem to anybody that like came around, but like we don't really know. At least I don't remember of any like specifically drastic speed dialogue for his character besides what we were like able to see. So I don't know. I'm going Toji. Personally,
I mean, it's hard.
I don't know how he would kill him. I don't know how he would kill him.
Regeneration.
Yeah,
exactly.
But at the same time, it's like
high speed regeneration is really hard,
and that's fine. But I mean, like if he has inverted Spear of Heaven, like are we assuming that like cancels out like whatever King Bradley's special abilities are, or regeneration, maybe even to that degree? Are we like balancing it in that kind of way?
I would say it probably halts regeneration, which does kind of close the gap there. I don't know about like stopping force. Like it's a little bit of future sight it's not future sight, maybe like foresight, whatever. But I
feel like also Toji, his whole extra sensory abilities. He's like super in tune with what's going on. That's like geared towards Juryoku, right? Like even though he like can't sense Juryoku, he can because of his just special body or whatever. I feel like that's not really helping him too much in this battle. He's kind of just relying on his speed and power or whatever, which obviously is super high or whatever, but I don't know, like lean towards King Bradley on this one.
And now that you mention that, I mean, I'm having a hard time like thinking like if the inverted spear doesn't do anything special, you know what I mean, to the degree that I'm thinking, like I'm having a hard time thinking about how Toji would even like deal fatal damage to Bradley. So I don't know. I could probably switch to King Bradley, but that's a really interesting one. I mean, like with the versus topics, though, it's like I don't know if you guys peeped our versus battles, like conversations that we've had inside of the Tangential Tie-In series, but like those conversations can go for like half of the allotted time that we have for this today. Mm-hmm. So, really interesting question. Hit me up on Twitter, or hit any of us up on Twitter, and we can continue that conversation.
Eagle and Ashes, you want to quickly just make a pick? Neither of you made a pick.
Well, I'm not too familiar with Full Metal, so I'm just gonna go ahead and just like agree with your guys's, I'll say Toji,
Yeah.
I'm gonna stand it.
I'm on the opposite, where I'm not familiar with Toji. So.
Yeah, so you got to go King Bradley. I knew both of those answers anyway. But yeah, you're tweaking. I mean, both of you. Watch Full Metal, read Full Metal. Read Jujutsu Kaisen. What are you doing, Ashes?
Okay, okay. I kind of
been trying to tell you for a year now. But all right, cool. So we got Manga Book Guy giving us $2. Thanks, man. How you doing, dude? Good to see you.
Hey, Manga Book Guy. What up? What up?
Yes, sir. All right, Ashes, why don't you go ahead and hit us with the first question?
Oh, I decided to start off with one that I thought was appropriate. How does it feel to have achieved this milestone of 100K subs?
It's actually 1,000. 100K is going to be crazy, though.
Sorry.
Over.
You know what I mean?
100K, yo.
Imagine that.
100K, baby. Let's go.
Let's get it.
Dude, it's really surreal to me. I don't know.
It is.
I agree.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. When you just think of like 1,000 is a lot, but like it doesn't really it never really hits until you start counting 1,000. You know what I mean? Like you think of 1,000 and you're like, damn, that's a lot of subs. But then you're like, wait, that's 1, 2, 3, and you start going up the list, and it's like it's gonna take me 15 minutes to fucking count to this number. That's how many people follow us, and like our views are like similar to that number. That's so crazy that so many people care about what we talk about. You know what I mean? I never
really appreciate that y'all stay so engaged with the content instead of just we really appreciate y'all.
For me, joining on kind of after everyone else. I feel like it's been a very wild ride for me because we join and all of a sudden boom 500.
Yeah.
Since the 500, this thing is just blown up. You know what I mean? Like, oh geez, 600. Oh wow, 700. It was like there was like every week it was like another 100. You know what I mean? It felt like it's been a wild ride. It's been super fun.
Yeah. I just kind of want to talk about like having to tell people in our personal lives that don't like really know what we're doing. Y'all don't understand. We got something here, and if you ain't supporting and you ain't trying to help me, like make sure I got what I need to do my thing, then get out of my life. Right. I don't need you because this is my life right now, and I love y'all because you guys are all my family now, and I can't appreciate it more. It's just amazing.
Well, that too, and really just trying to balance it with like IRL shit, right? Like trying to go out and do shit, but then also trying to balance it with when people hit you up like, yo, you trying to do this? And you're like, I can't really. And they're like, what? And you're like, oh, I got to hop on here and, do my shit.
Talk about what I love.
Like, yeah. And they're like, well, what the fuck, man? And I'm like, bro, like this is some shit that we're trying to fucking, build up here. And so
we just moving a little different.
The work has really culminated to something. That's crazy, man.
And you reminded me saying that because I almost felt like I had to fight somebody the other day trying
to talk crazy.
Just that, like, hey man, we're trying, we're trying to do something. You trying to come with it? It's like, no, I got shit I got to do. I got my podcast. What the fuck's your podcast? Like, don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. You're not gonna get it.
and it's like, especially if I'm in the hood, it's like I don't need this. Like, just it's good. Just go sub, and you can come watch. And if you don't like it, stay subbed, and then don't say nothing else about it. Let's just leave it at that.
Oh
yeah, but yeah. Hey, real quick though, Kaizoku, that's Hanzo from Hunter x Hunter, right?
Oh yeah, someone asked if it was TN. Yeah, it's Hanzo from Hunter.
Yeah,
so I got Yuji Itadori from Jujutsu Kaisen. Nickums has Saiki Kusuo from Saiki Kusuo. Eagle of course has Sanji. Hanzo, and then Ashes has Greedling from Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Great question. Next question, Ashes. You're muted.
I'm muted.
Oh, you were just weren't close enough.
That was weird. I'm just not loud enough, apparently.
No, you're good.
All right. If I asked you to give me 3 manga that define who you are, what would they be?
I'm not going first. Let me think.
Dancho, it's okay. So just gonna say it.
I feel like I answered this question a bit on Twitter. Maybe I can quickly see my tweet or whatever.
You want to know what? I got it. Hunter x Hunter, Yu Yu Hakusho, and Tokyo Revengers.
I mean, how can you not say? I mean, One Piece has to be in there for me. One Piece has to be in there for me. It's like my favorite manga. You know.
Yeah, but like it's my favorite, but at the same time, it's like I'm scared of big bodies of water. I'm not confrontational, and like I'm like not, you know what I mean? I'm not like I don't know. I just couldn't be a pirate, I guess is what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? I don't have that kind of. That is my favorite series. You know what I mean? But I don't think that my favorite series necessarily has to be on my list of things that I think would define me as a person. But I just feel like I have way more that I relate to inside of the series that I've listed than One Piece, even though I regard One Piece as one of the greatest things, if not the greatest thing I've ever read. So that's kind of my reasoning there for that.
I suppose I have to go like One Piece, Berserk, and Billy Bat from Naoki Urasawa or whatever. Like Billy Bat, like my favorite manga that's completed. One Piece is my favorite manga that's ongoing. Billy Bat like has some very powerful messages. I very highly recommend it. And then Berserk, I mean, like I feel like Berserk, the power of Berserk, comes in waves. Like right now, say like all this shit going on in the world, and you're like kind of struggling to keep it together, struggling to press through all this shit that's going on in everyone's lives. Like Berserk really hammers in like just keep going, keep struggling, keep persevering against all odds or whatever. And so it's helped me a lot in darker times of my life or whatever, for sure.
Oh yeah, hell yeah, it's a great list.
I would have to say One Piece, Naruto, and I don't know. I mean,
say its name
a little bit here and just say Avatar.
Oh, Avatar,
The Last Airbender.
Oh, dude.
Oh, damn. Yeah, I know a lot of people who that's very powerful for them.
Yeah. Wow. I thought you was gonna hit the Toman too with me. Come on, bro.
It's
but Avatar's cool. Avatar's tight. Avatar's good.
Say its name.
It's hard.
I'm gonna just go ahead and
hit the Toman.
I will say Tokyo Revengers.
Let's go, baby.
Keeping it along the same manga lines. And
But Avatar,
I'm on that
fuck
delinquent shit sometimes.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really hard not to throw Toman in there. It just really is. Just because like that's the closest to my real life of any of these things that I've read. Yeah. Any manga that I've ever read. Like Tokyo. Obviously, I don't time travel. But
it's a whole lot of gang shit.
It's been a whole lot of gang shit, but now I'm a little older, so it's like I like to just chill and adventure, so it's like so hard for me not to pick One Piece too, because it's like the greatest adventure of all time. Like it's just there's nothing more like adventurous, like it's like if the original Dragon Ball like was that, like if the Dragon Ball series was that the entire time, like for another 700 chapters or something. It's about,
right.
It's 300.
Yeah, One Piece has truly like taught me a lot about like just life, how to be a good person.
100%.
Yeah, definitely.
The moments are so fucking powerful. It's just like shit. I might just have to do a rewatch reaction series or something.
Let's go. I'm here for it.
Still watch many moments to this day, and I'll cry like a bitch.
Oh yeah,
it's like dude, they're so powerful, bro.
I always tell people like there's this pie chart. You can imagine a pie chart of like times I've cried in my life. You know what I mean? And you got this like sliver of like breakups. And you got this like sliver of
real life shit,
family deaths.
One Piece.
Like. So
dude, that's real as fuck, dude.
Yeah,
wow.
Fuck, bro.
Kiko, did you give your 3?
I think
I gave 2 out of 3.
What'd you say?
No, like
what did you say?
I said Toman.
Oh yeah, Toman.
Tokyo Revengers and One Piece. But Hunter x Hunter is number 1.
Yes, sir.
Will always be number 1.
Yeah, I knew you were going to
preach that, King.
Hunter is my favorite story ever. Like, and I mean, One Piece has to be because it's, One Piece, and it's as great of a story as that's the thing is I always say that Hunter would have been better than One Piece if Togashi could have not ever wrote this and went straight to just Hunter.
He needed that. He needed that. We needed that. We needed that.
I agree.
We did.
Come on now.
Especially in America, like we really did need Yu Yu Hakusho. Like Yu Yu Hakusho, I felt like was the second thing to bridge the gap after Dragon Ball. Like Dragon Ball was the one that hits it.
Shout out for Neverworld in the chat. What up?
For Neverworld's here. What's good, bro?
What up?
Let's go.
We got the OG in the house.
You already know.
I was trying to slide it in there subliminally.
So, and Roderick, just asked Black Clover, One Piece. Like, I mean,
One Piece.
Oh yeah, okay. Roderick
Piece.
Fane, $5. Thanks for the donation, bro. We appreciate that.
Definitely. Thank you so much.
Super thankful for this podcast and the work you guys put into it. What manga should I start next? Black Clover or One Piece? It's One Piece every time. We all agree.
One Piece.
Nobody here is ever going to
even read Black Clover too, but like One Piece first.
One Piece.
You can read it or watch it, whatever you want to do, but One Piece.
Yeah.
If you're gonna watch it, I would recommend watching until Punk Hazard starts, and I would then stop watching and go read the manga from that point. That's my personal opinion.
Yeah.
You know, I think the pacing of One Piece.
That's fair too.
Now is just terrible.
I think it's
Wano's very
I think
good.
it's all pretty good if you can binge it.
Yeah,
like binging One Piece is not bad. Binging the One Piece anime isn't bad.
Another
like it can be hard sometimes.
Dressrosa is tough. Like another like point of advice.
I binged Dressrosa and I was still hype about it.
That's like 100 episodes alone.
Yeah,
that's fine.
But another thing that I suggest to people too, because a lot of people have an issue with the beginning of the series and its early animation or whatever. I personally think that's kind of weird, but I mean, like you are who you are. You like what you like. I think it's amazing from episode 1. If you don't, you can read the manga up until Water 7. That's when the show goes HD. It gets very pretty animation wise. If you can read to Water 7, it's colored all the way through up to that point in the colored manga. Go ahead and just like read that up to Water 7, then switch to the anime so you can see like all of the best parts in the series, in my opinion, that go into that HD kind of like format in the animation. And then you can just take that all the way to Punk Hazard, like Nick said, and then read from there, whatever. There's a lot of different ways you can do it, but there's a lot of different ways that you can get over a lot of those like issues that people have with the series.
Doncho says watch on One Pace. Is that a website that
it's a
cuts
website
out
that
filler?
It only does the non-filler parts.
Oh, okay. That's tight. That's super tight. One Pace. That's a super clever name for it too.
One Pace.
No, great recommendation, Doncho. Thank you.
Okay, Ashes. Do you want to answer the question too before we move on to the next one? What are your top 3 defining manga series?
This is a powerful question. Yeah,
it's super hard to think about this from not just picking your favorite things.
Yeah,
and I haven't read Hunter, so I don't feel right giving that answer.
No, better not, because we'll pull your card.
So, watched it.
That's fine.
You may as well read it.
Yeah, that's fine.
But so I have to shout out. This is still one of my favorite manga of all time, which is M.A.N.G.A.
Let's go.
I gave him all my M.A.N.G.A out of my trunk that day.
Akamatsu Ken hours.
I mean, I've been following Akamatsu Ken since like I Love You and that stuff or whatever his original name was. I can't remember that name. But another one that I can think of. This is the only other one I really thought of for this, and that's GTO, Great Teacher Onizuka. That's
yes.
That story is so beautiful. If you've ever read it, it's just.
I've only watched it, but good.
It's very good.
Fuck yeah.
He's a good character. Other than that, I don't really. I mean, One Piece.
Let's go. Can't go wrong there. Okay. Thank you for that question. That was amazing.
Thank you.
Next question. What we got?
All right. Moving on. If you could be best friends in real life with any anime character, including their powers, who would you choose and why?
Including their powers.
Including their best friends.
So, what is that? I don't give a shit about their powers. I don't give a shit about I'll just say that.
So I think I might be saying like, they do have their powers.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So like you do have to take that into account that they do have the power. Maybe their power is like destructive.
So am I in the universe with them? Do I get superpowers? Like what's going on? Do I get to use this? I'm just a regular ass dude.
You're a filler character.
You're just you. You just woke up one day and you woke up one day and this person was like in your room and you weren't like, what the heck are you doing in my room?
I only get one.
It says pick one, but I mean you could probably go over it.
I feel like I want to. It's tied between like Takamichi, Mikey, and Draken in Tokyo Revengers. But if I had to choose one, I'd probably go Takamichi.
Motherfucker.
I said Takamichi. I know you got Draken. Come on now.
I mean, I'll just go to interject here. I mean, it's gone every day of the week.
Hell yeah.
I don't care if he's 11 years old. He's my best 11-year-old friend, and we about to hang out, and we're about to kick it.
How many 11-year-old friends you got?
A kilo or two. I need a murderer. I need them both, right?
All right.
But no, Gon is everything that I epitomize. Like what I need. That's my code D. Like if I'm going to trial, I need Gon on my stand with me. You know, like he's never snitching. He's fighting.
Yeah.
He's always holding me down. Like Gon is the best you could ever have in your life ever. And it doesn't matter. You know, like Gon is swinging on the president for you. You don't care.
Hell yeah.
Yes.
Damn.
Go fishing with
Part
my
of me
boy.
wants to say Luffy, but I know he's just gonna drag me into some bullshit.
Wait, before you say anything. Wait, before you say anything, Dancho says Kiko is Nobunaga.
Yeah.
Thank you.
100%.
We have
I've
often
been
said
told.
Yes.
Yes, that is. I've been called Nobunaga, and I've been told to cosplay him many a time.
Yeah.
Probably because of my nose.
Give that man a ponytail and it's over with.
I mean, I ain't got that. Somebody gonna have to, donate.
Lots of love.
I got you, bro.
Yeah. Nick got you, dog. Oh
Good.
man,
I need it.
So they're my best friend in the real world.
Is that what?
Yeah.
That's what it said,
In their
right?
world.
Yeah, real world.
In whatever world you want it to be in.
Sure, you could be in their world too.
Well, if it's in their world, I'm gonna say Roger.
Ooh.
Oh,
Roger, yeah, it's a great pick.
Damn.
Yeah,
you know Roger's holding you down. You know Roger's holding you down.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh man, this is such a hard one because I totally agree with what you said about Luffy. Like, I would love to be best friends with Luffy, but I feel like he would just be too extra. You know what I mean?
He's a
like,
motherfucker. Man. Yeah.
He's gonna definitely punch a cop and get us into some shit. You know what I mean?
He's beating the cop's ass and the rest of the police force that shows up. I'm rolling with Luffy. If Luffy's there, I'm straight.
Easily
and he's holding you down every time.
I feel like modern bullets would fuck him up.
He's immune to modern bullets. They're not sea stone.
Modern bullets.
He's immune to fucking
muskets,
circular musket
pellets.
bullets.
Oh yeah,
50 cal bullets that rip you apart. From
that's
the air
not a modern bullet. That's heavy artillery.
Rifle.
That ain't a regular ass bullet, G.
I don't think so.
50 cal?
I think he's out of there. Yeah.
Hey man, you trying to say Vegapunk ain't?
Are you? Wait, hold on.
Figured out how to rifle a bullet,
bro. We have hockey
he's
now.
Making human people.
We have hockey in the world now. Those 50 cals ain't doing shit. Anyway,
just turn black. You don't even. It don't even. It doesn't do Fusen anymore. He just just knocks him down.
Yeah, exactly. Plus the observation hockey, it's like he don't even gotta fucking absorb him. He can just grab you out the way. All types of shit.
I'm trying to stand behind him though. Is the thing. I'm trying.
No, he'll move you out the way. You'll be fine.
I don't want that
either. You're getting bad.
Sent.
Oh man. Okay. Nick.
What's your answer there? Yeah.
I guess I'll actually go Saiki Kuso. You know what I mean?
Fuck yeah.
The dude is so chill. I could definitely imagine. I'll be sitting in his bedroom. I'm reading manga. He's doing whatever he's doing, playing video games or whatever. We're just chilling. You know what I mean? I feel like that's the kind of friendship that I really do enjoy in real life. You know what I mean? Just minding our own business, just chilling, hanging out, and he's deep down a really good guy. So I know he'd fight for me and everything like that.
Plus, it would be really cool to just communicate with someone telepathically all the time.
Yeah,
you don't have to say words and shit.
Yep.
That would be funny in so many situations.
Yeah, and so my stipulation will be that I will be a confidant. You know what I mean? I will know about his abilities, and I'll just keep it secret or whatever.
Yes, that's a great
thing about being his friend is you better actually be a really good person deep down inside. You better not have no bad, weird thoughts going on.
No, that's a great point. Great point.
Hell yeah. Ashes.
Mine's gonna be pretty similar to Nickham's actually. Mine's gonna be Saitama. He's super chill.
Yeah.
He's gonna hold you down every time.
Dude, Saitama would be so cool to kick it with.
Saitama,
but I feel like he would just get annoyed with you.
I'm changing my answer. I'm gonna go King.
King
was on my list.
He's gonna be sitting there playing video games all day.
Playing fucking video games all goddamn day, chilling.
King's about to whoop the shit out of you. King will whoop the shit out of you.
Hell though, and I'll whoop the shit out of you in Smash finally.
I'll whoop King in Smash too.
Wait a minute now. That'd be one for the ages. If you guys don't know, Kiko's cold-blooded at Super Smash Brothers, bro. See him anytime. He'll whoop any of y'all. Anybody around the world, Kiko will win. I got 1,000 on him.
Oh man. Is this the Long Beach Griffey skit right now? Don't give me some shit right now.
Kill me and him. It's they're like, what set you claim? He's like, oh yeah, rolling 20 crit. And he's like, oh, y'all from 20s, cuz? He's like, yeah, me and him. He's like, all right, bet. After we, he's like, and we'll run it up with all 9 of y'all. He's like, all right, after we beat y'all ass, we gonna shoot y'all. It's like, kill us. All right. Okay. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah. So Kaizo Kuo, $5 donation. Thanks for that, bro. We appreciate you, man. The
shout outs, the love of my life, Molly.
The best. Yeah. Shout out, Molly. Thank you, Molly. $2. Appreciate you. Kaizo Ku, $5. The best podcast I've heard for anime and manga. We really appreciate that, bro. He says he really appreciates it. Congratulations on 1K. Thank you very much. My question is, if you were an anime character, who would you be? Yuji Itadori or Yusuke Urameshi?
Gone freaks.
Gone freaks.
That'd be so sick.
That would be so
tight
sick
to be a hunter. Ooh.
That'd be so sick.
Go ahead, Eagle. All right. You're deep in thought too. Ashes, you want
Izuku Midoriya.
Okay.
Oh, Deku.
Oh.
Ooh, that'd be cool. I would love to be Deku, dude. That's
wonderful.
That's an amazing power set. It's a cool ass dude.
I mean,
yeah.
I'm gonna go Sinbad.
Ooh, wow.
Get out of
all
here.
Right.
I want
all
to
right.
be God, okay.
All right.
I want not okay, so I
this is a Zelda main in Brawl, by the way.
I've been Palutena for the last couple of games, but
in Brawl.
Yeah. But anyway, I can be pre-God Sinbad. I just want all them. I want all them gold bangles. You know, I need my Wonder Woman bracelet out here. You know?
Fuck yeah, dude. He is dripped up though. Not gonna lie.
Hell yeah.
And his shit is glowing everywhere. All of his fingers, whole neck looking like Mr. T. Fucking, he got all kinds of drapes.
Just 7 gen equips. Equips. That's all I need. I don't need to be God. I can just, you know.
I mean, if you're Sinbad, you are God, but.
I know.
Dude, Sinbad versus Gojo.
Always talking about how this dude is manipulating universal shit, whatever.
Well, but there's a pre-God Sinbad.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I'll be pre-God Sinbad.
Yeah, that's cool.
I don't need to be. That's too much. I don't need
the one you see Sinbad. Lamped up in like episode 2 on the magic carpet.
Yeah.
You
know, just all the drip and all the bangles and the freaking earrings and the
all the
whole neck,
accoutrement,
wrist, and hand. You know.
Yeah, all that going on. Fuck yeah, dude.
Shout out to 20 from what's. Riley
for Riley,
yeah. Riley Flynn, $20.
Love you,
Thank
Riley.
You so much. We appreciate
Love you, Riley.
Fuck yeah. All right, Ashes.
For me,
next question.
You know what? I thought there's not enough other side representation here, so I'm gonna rep a villain with Garo.
Ooh,
actually, really like his story a lot too. I like his character development. I think he's a good character.
Nah, he might just kill you if he thinks you're a bitch, though.
No, I'm saying
no. This is who you would be. The question is, what anime character would you be?
Yeah. I like
that hardship story. It's kind of like a Garo kind of Stain, that kind of style of like. I like those kind of characters.
Hell yeah, me too, dude.
Sure. That's a hard life, though, man.
That's a hard not life for us.
We're gonna be getting that ass what?
Hell yeah. Okay, great question. Thank you very much. Next.
Yeah, thank
you. What we got next?
All right, moving on to question number 4. If you could have one mangaka writer take over a Western story, a comic or anything otherwise, what would you pick?
Horikoshi Kohei.
And vice versa.
Horikoshi Kohei is all day is my answer for an Eastern writer taking on a Western story. I literally just tweeted like the other day about how I had a dream the other night that I was the dream was X-Men Days of Future Past, but in the world of My Hero Academia. And it made me think like, yo, it would be so tight if Kohei just like if he had time or if he had the want to, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what his schedule is like, but if he wrote like little like one-shot side stories of like him retelling famous Western stories, like X-Men stories inside of his verse, that would be obviously non-canon. That would be fucking sick as shit. Like if we got fucking like X-Men Inferno, God Loves, Man Kills, Days of Future Past, E is for Extinction, like all that shit would be so cool to see with My Hero Academia characters. Western writer, Eastern story. I mean, Kamome. No. What is not a Western writer, but Kamome Shirahama actually does illustrations for DC, DC and Marvel. Western writer doing Eastern story. Let's go. I feel like Scott Snyder's a weeb. Like I feel like Scott Snyder is like a fucking otaku. Like for some reason, I've never really heard him say anything about it, but I feel like he would knock it out of the park if he tried to write like an Eastern influence story. So that's my answer on that.
Mine is I can go next. So what I would like to see is Miura, Kentaro Miura, writing and drawing the Hulk.
Oh,
think of all the similarities in like tone of the Hulk story versus
bro.
Berserk or whatever. I feel like he would give you the perfect like old school Hulk sci-fi show. You know what I mean? Like he would give you that level of like character drama as well as like the fights you'd expect from Berserk or whatever. And I think it would just be and beautifully drawn or whatever.
Yes,
I think that'd be super tight. I would
that
immediately
would be
like
so
read that.
Sick. You know what I mean? What the hell? That's amazing. An amazing answer.
I'm not super familiar with Western comics. I mean, I've read a lot of like graphic novels, but I'm not like super knowledgeable about like the names of writers or whatever. But who wrote Watchmen?
Alan Moore.
Alan Moore.
Yeah.
So I would probably do like Alan Moore, like doing I don't know.
He could do
like,
anything.
He could do anything, but like. What would like really do well for him? You know what I mean? Like
it would have to be like I'm trying to think of things that are similar to like V for Vendetta and Watchmen.
Right.
Just to clarify, by the way, this was my question.
Oh, really? This is an amazing question, Ashes.
Yeah, amazing question. Very good.
Wow.
It doesn't need to be a comic person, by the way. It can be any writer of anything. It could be like an author.
No. Stay on Alan Moore. No. Stay on Alan Moore. Hold on.
Yeah. Sorry.
Wow, this is really cool.
Knox, who do you think Alan Moore would write really well?
I feel like Alan Moore would do. I
Something
feel like
with like a good like.
It would have to be a seinen.
A deep world.
Yeah, it would have to be a seinen for sure. Alan Moore would knock anything Urasawa's done out of the park.
Ooh.
Yeah, 100%. Like if we got like an Alan Moore version of fucking like 20th Century Boys,
right.
or like Monster,
that would be
drastic, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my god, fuck yeah.
That'd be sick.
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
Hell yeah.
All right, Kiko, what do you got?
Well, I was gonna say Stephen King for Monster.
Yeah. That would go crazy too.
Yeah.
I mean, you can pick like a lot of different horror,
Yeah.
and kind of just throw Stephen King in there, and I'm sure he'd kill the game. But for Eastern to
Western,
I mean, I want Fujimoto Tatsuki to be writing anything I'm reading. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Well, as I'm dragging off the Fujimoto. Fujimoto would kill so many things. Dude, Fujimoto on like a fucking like Marvel Zombies.
Just redo like fucking The Omen or something like that. Like just some kind of fucking any kind of Exorcist, The Omen, anything to do with like Christian hell would be good. Like that's just Fujimoto, boom, fits right in that mold real well. So that's what I'll go with.
I love that. You got a second after that question. Are you gonna do? Oh, you already said Stephen King for Monster. Okay.
I did. Yeah.
Okay. Fine. Go ahead, Eagle.
I was gonna say I'd like to see. I think we have already gotten some Americans that have written a really Eastern influence story, and I mentioned it earlier. So I'd like to see Michael Dante DiMartino and Brian Konietzko, which are the co-creators of Avatar: The Last Airbender.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Right.
Wow.
A tried and true manga story.
Whew.
Other than that, I'd like to see, I don't know if there are separate writers from the X-Men series overall as opposed to the Wolverine bits of it. I would like to see writers that have done a lot of Wolverine stories do maybe chapters of Chainsaw Man.
Frank Miller on Chainsaw Man would be disgusting. I would fucking love that. I feel love that.
Those are some story aesthetics that match up nicely.
Yes, wow.
And as far as Eastern, I'd like to see what the fuck? Why am I blanking on the name?
Wait. So wait, that was your. So wait, you said
Western that I'd like to see do Eastern.
He did it, yeah.
Oh yeah, okay. Frank Miller doing Chainsaw Man, yeah, that'd be sick as fuck. Okay.
And so now I'm blanking on One Punch Man. What the fuck?
Yusuke Murata or One?
Murata. I'd like to say Yusuke Murata.
Well, One's the writer.
Right.
I understand.
Oh, okay. My bad.
I would like to see Yusuke Murata illustrate Marvel stories.
He has
like Iron Man.
Yeah,
has he?
Yeah. Well, he's done variant cover art for Spider-Man. Yeah, and
I mean,
and
full,
Spider-Man.
Like,
yeah, full for a full
thing.
story.
Yeah,
that would be incredible. But yeah, I'll link you. I'll link you to those. His fucking Spider-Man art is fucking phenomenal. Yeah, that's a great answer. Ashes.
Yeah, I like that.
So for me, I'll do my Western to Eastern. I would like to see Brandon Sanderson's take on anything basically in I would like to see his take on like either One Piece or Hunter. Just because not to say that he would like not to say that there's anything wrong with them.
Yeah.
I just want to see what his take on because he's so good at world building.
And magic systems, right?
And a magic he has like a magic system that spans like literally like multiple series that are all separate but also connect to each other.
Yeah.
Right.
And that'd be sweet.
Fuck
and then for Western, it was for Eastern Western. I wanted to see Ken Akamatsu do, and I was trying to pick a series for this, and I was thinking something along the lines of like maybe like Supernatural, just because I really enjoy the research that Akamatsu puts into his into all his series. Yeah. Like if you ever read like his after notes, he has like literal like it looks like pages. He's like written an encyclopedia in the back of this mug every time.
Wow.
He's like yeah, I was researching all this stuff, and like he was like the most detailed writer's notes I've ever seen in my life.
Hell yeah.
Reminds me of Kimono Jihen. Right now, Kimono Jihen, you get really good like just pages of info that's all obviously, good info that you want, but you're not going to get it like within the canon of the story. Right. I mean, you could, but I actually like that storytelling style better. Give us the info inside, things that we can just consume at our own pace or whatever.
Yeah.
And then, you don't have to always have a character with dialogue.
The story. Yeah, like have the story flow perfectly as it should be. And
yeah, because characters that just have pointless like their it just always seems like out of place when like a character is just starting to just has dialogue to like explain something that doesn't like you're just like can we have done this better somehow, like why do we got to just talk to nobody out in the middle of the nowhere in the air to tell me like talking to the writer or the reader. I love those.
Before I forget, I saw a really interesting question in like the regular chat. Tian Mue said, what Western artist would do Vagabond? Personally, I would love to see Vagabond done in like a David Mazzucchelli or like a Francis Manipul, like kind of like style. If you guys want to like Google, that, if you don't know who that is.
Way.
Oh, that's Alex?
Yes.
What's good, bro? Of course. Okay. Yes, absolutely. Yes. What's going on, Alex? Thanks for joining us. What Western artist would do Vagabond? I would love to see David Mazzucchelli or like Francis Manipul. I feel like they have like really cool art styles in that regard. As far as like what Western artist kind of like resembles, in OA art, I'm not really answering the question like that kind of way. I just feel like it would be cool to see Vagabond told like with that art style. Otherwise, I had another one in my head.
Well, they should just put Slam Dunk on ESPN 30 for 30 and see if anybody notices.
Yeah. Fuck, dude. What is his name? Man, I'm mad. I just had it in my head and I should have said it first before I forgot it. But if it comes back to me, I'll hit you up, Alex, and I'll let you know it was the best one too, and I lost the name. Yeah.
It's the worst.
I lost the name. Ashes, I believe you have one more half of that question to answer.
I did both.
You did?
Yeah, I think he started reverse, I think.
Oh, yeah, what did you say for Eastern to Western?
Eastern to Western was Akamatsu into, I was going to say, I believe, I wanted to say Supernatural actually.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, fuck yeah.
I would appreciate his detail with the amount of...
like the mythos.
The mythos that show has.
Definitely.
Hell yeah, okay. Yeah, very good. Next question.
All right, so we're moving on. So this one was all at... There were multiple questions asked by the same person, but they asked individual questions. So I will ask. I'm going to do all these at the same time.
Okay.
Basically. So I'll start off with in the order they're written. Actually, Kiko, how much research do you do weekly for Chainsaw Man analysis?
Oh shit.
so like okay. I read all the chapters when they come out on Friday usually. I wish I could say none. That's just not true at all. But I read scans at first, and then I'm like, man, I can't wait for official because I feel like especially with Chainsaw Man, I really need. Even though I don't always agree with official translations, not like I speak Japanese, but sometimes you can just tell, that it feels off. But regardless, so I start about 3 to 4 hours before our podcast starts, reread everything and just write notes for everything. And then I go back and I read everything again and like try to add notes here and there. But like on the second or third time through Chainsaw Man, then I start going back like I just start going back in chapters. I literally spend about an hour, at least an hour, just on Chainsaw Man before the show every single week.
Yeah.
Every single week, and like an hour dedicated to just going back, looking at old chapters, looking at, whatever I can find to kind of like, help me formulate my theories and whatnot. But yes, it's not free. I'm not that like, it's hard work.
Fuck yeah. What? That's a great question. Wow.
Yeah, good one.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I love the question. Thank you. You.
All right. The next one is going to be for Eagle. How do you feel about the way Sanji has been handled in One Piece post-time skip?
Great question.
That's a great question too. Can I have the handle of the person who sent this one in?
I think this was let's 1 second. It's on my.
You can think about it, but if Eagle wants to,
this was Domino. I don't.
Oh,
know what their handle was.
Domino. No, I don't think it was. No, it couldn't have been Domino.
Billy Bat.
Oh, Billy Bat. Billy. That's it. Just Billy Bat.
At Billy Bat 2020.
Okay. Anyway,
I'll say this. I'm assuming the reason they asked this question is because he hasn't fought anybody. Secondly, I think the fact that he got the rest of his backstory is incredible. We've been waiting for that since the beginning. We obviously know, okay, what the fuck was he doing on this ship? Who are his real parents? We knew his backstory was not complete. So the fact that his backstory is complete post time skip, that's a huge plus.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
He just became.
Nobody's fought though. Like nobody's. Zoro really had good fights. Like
nobody's like really Pika done shit besides Luffy.
Right. Yeah,
Brooke had some amazing moments too, though. I mean, like they all get like really cool moments without being like tried and true 1v1s fights like we see in like in this lobby. You know what I'm saying? It hasn't been that way since pre-time skip. I feel like. Yeah. I mean, like they had 1v1 fights inside of Fishman Island, but that was all fodder. So it's like
that's what makes One Piece great.
Yeah, it doesn't need to.
The fact that he hasn't had a ton of his moments where he's doing his like covert op shit is not as
doing
high.
it now.
He's on his
Mr.
now.
Prince right
he's
now.
On it now. But there's been a lot of that's missing post time skip that I have been missing. But other than that, I feel like he's been doing a lot of good shit. And did some good shit on Whole Cake. Maybe not as good a shit as he could have. But then again, we were in Yonko territory.
I feel like that was an amazing Sanji arc, personally. Like I feel like that was everything a Sanji arc needed to be. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, him standing on the table, looking at his family all locked up, Sparrow's candy, bro. That shit, I still to this day gives me goosebumps to think about him just standing on the table looking down. I'm like, I could just let all y'all
end y'all and let all y'all die. Yeah.
Well, the symbolism in that is good. Yeah, like look at you now, depending on me, the person you thought was worthless. But
now look at you.
People don't like to relate to manga. They just want meathead shit. So.
Thank you. Oh my god, bro.
Some people, yes, definitely.
Yeah.
Zoro cut him in half. Oh my god.
And don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to hate on Zoro. I love Zoro. Zoro's fucking hype, but he's a meathead character for the most part.
Hey, don't let me get in my bag now. Anyway, next question. Next question.
He has no backstory.
Next question.
He will.
Next question is for Nickums.
Oh,
what would your
we all have a question?
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, you all have a question.
Okay.
What would your number one manga recommendation be for someone if you knew nothing about that person?
Oh,
I want that question.
That's a very good question because definitely like when I recommend people manga, I just say like, what do you like? Do you like sci-fi? Do you like horror? Do you like serious stuff? Do you like lighthearted stuff? So this is like, it has to be just like a catch-all manga. But then also there's like, how experienced are you with manga? You know what I mean? Like, are you really experienced? Can I give you something weird? And would it turn you off if it was too weird? Or does it have to be like somewhat like neutral, normal kind of thing? You know what I mean? And it's like so much easier for anime because you just say Hunter, just watch Hunter and be done with it. You know what I mean?
Right.
But manga. That's a really good one.
That is a really good fucking question, dude.
Yeah, that's a hard one. Yeah,
it is hard.
Ooh, and you know what? There's actually a very good answer to this. Witch Hat Atelier.
Let's go.
My wife and I have been show, like, we own Witch Hat Atelier in hardcover, right?
Yes.
We have been we've been lending out Witch Hat all over, you know, all of our friends, and every single person is like, this is the best shit I have ever read. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so like that, I mean, it's so short, it's so beautifully drawn,
so
it's so
easy.
well written.
Yes.
It's just so mind-blowingly good that like
Yes.
that's the answer. So if you ever want to recommend, you should buy my recommendation. If you're trying to get your friends into manga, buy the first few volumes of Witch Hat and lend them out to your friends, and then you're gonna get a bunch of manga friends really quick.
Yes.
For sure.
Wow.
Yeah. Definitely.
That is beautiful. Wow, that's the perfect answer. Read Witch Hat Atelier. Fuck yeah. Before we kind of like go forward here, Doncho says $2. Thank you, bro. We appreciate that. How do you guys feel about chapter 390 of Hunter x Hunter? I don't know, because I'm purposely a volume behind on Hunter x Hunter. For reasons, yeah. Because you want to know what? You want to know why? You want to know why? Because the frequency at which the manga comes out, especially inside of the Succession War arc, is always, you know, it's Togashi writing, and this is one of the more complicated arcs that he's, if not the most complicated arc that he's written. Not that I can't handle it, but like, if we're only getting a volume every 3 years, then like every time a volume comes out, I go and read from fucking chapter 340 all the way up to the current volume. Literally, like, I've done that for every new volume that's come out since 340, since chapter 340. Okay. So like, I'm at a point now where it's like, if we're not going to get like real consistency, then I just don't want to catch up to the story, so that when the next volume comes out, I can read back from 340 to the current volume that I'm at, and then have 2 volumes to read straight. And that's just like the choice that I've made, because I'm tired of getting, you know, fucking teased for 9 chapters and then a break for 3 years. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like whatever, however you want to fucking say it. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to keep it away, kind of like from that kind of area, but but yeah.
Don't worry, I got it.
Yeah,
keep it away from that area.
Yeah. But you know, but I don't know, man. Like I haven't, and I'm sure that is 390. I'm pretty sure is inside of the newest volume. So
that's the newest chapter out. Yeah.
Oh, that's the newest chapter. Okay.
Okay. And I will need maybe a little bit of a refresher on what happened, but I'm gonna go look at it real quick. But before, and before we do all that, boo this man. Boo! Throw my hat off. Take my hat off and throw it. Yeah, you.
Bro, come on, man. My reasoning is fine. My reasoning is fine. My reasoning is fine. Okay. Listen.
My reasoning is fine.
My reasoning is fine. Sorry. Like, bro. I've been right there with y'all for 30 volumes.
I'm pretty sure, you know, a lot of people say my reasoning is fine on a lot of things.
It is. Chat is my chat. What's up with my reasoning? If I get more than 3, fuck yous, then I'll apologize to the Hunter fans.
Let's hear from the guy who has a Hunter name.
Yeah.
Doncho. Let's see.
Mako, you don't read Hunter. Right? You don't get to say I'm lacking. Shut the fuck up. Nah, hell no. Hunter readers only. Hunter readers only.
Man.
To the man that said Hunter is the series that defines who he is.
Yes.
Let's just flame him one last time.
Oh my god.
Noxie, you a bitch.
All right, fine. I'll wear it proudly. I'll hold the L. And you want to know what? Now
it works.
All right. Wow.
I am glad to feel your insecurity. That's what I live for. Thank you. But somebody kind of remind me on what the last chapter. Like, I mean,
flipping through it. So like, you get like, we get information about this.
Send me a link.
This. What do you mean link? You just open up your app.
Yeah.
It's in the app.
It's in
Manga Plus. It's in Manga Plus.
Wait, it's not in Weekly Shonen Jump though. It's not in Weekly Shonen Jump.
It's in Manga Plus.
It's in Manga Plus official.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, Manga
the
Plus.
The newest 3 chapters, like everything else.
Okay, Manga Plus.
Yeah. Nope.
But anyway, I'll tell you what happens, right? Like, so, like, you know, the Nen beast that like pops out coins. We get like a dialogue on the coins and how they work or whatever. And then the third son, sure. And then like there's this son who like has all these, you know, animals on the wall, and they're talking and flipping, like a lot of dialogue. And then this like dude, like this person, I'm trying to think like who this person is, but there's these people going through like one of the decks and just killing all sorts of people. Let's see.
Damn, Hunter's lit right now.
Yeah. And this person has like a blood ability. They have like they cut their throat open. They're like controlling people with their blood. And this other person.
I'm assuming that there's like a specific thing or reason that Doncho is asking this question for. So Doncho, if you want to like actually like say the reason why you're asking this question, so we don't all have to like sit here and thumb through a chapter.
To out you.
Yeah, like there's got to be like what are you like? Are you just asking about how we feel about the chapter overall? But I know Doncho, so like I want to say there's a specific reason why he's asked. Like there's some kind of crazy cliffhanger at the end, or some kind of crazy information drop that came that is mind blowing or something like that. So like if you want to. Oh, all the new characters and new abilities. So he wants to know how you guys feel about that. Okay.
It's actually been too long since I've really sat down to read it, and like I'd have to read it over again to like really give you a solid opinion.
Okay. Exactly. All I remember is that I remember
this arc though.
Doncho, can we get back to you on that?
The snake ability was fucking crazy.
Can we get back to you on that on the internet, Doncho? Is that fine?
Because it's been like over a year since I read that.
Right, I mean, it's been over a year for all of us.
Yeah.
No, except for
okay. We'll Doncho, hit us up. We're on the block. You know where to find us, bro. We'll talk to you about that a little bit later. But continue with the questions here. Ashes.
We got a question in the chat.
Yeah, we
have a question. Roger. Yeah. Okay, Roderick Fane, $10. Thank you very much, dude. We appreciate that.
Thank you, dude.
Thanks for introducing me to Witch Hat Atelier. Story and art are fantastic and refreshing. What animation studio do you think could do it justice? I'm going Studio Kiowani, which did Violet Evergarden. That's a great suggestion.
I have literally thought about this question, and I literally have an answer off the top of my head for you. Shaft.
The
studio that did Puella Magi Madoka Magica. The studio that did March Comes In Like a Lion. Like the music in their series, this story has to have phenomenal music. I'm going to nominate Yuki Kujira, and like of course she works with Shaft a lot, and the kind of subtle background drawing and the kind of watercolory art style and stuff of a lot of March Comes In Like a Lion and Puella Magi Madoka Magica would just go so perfectly. It would pop so well for Witch Hat Atelier. I mean, there's a lot of studios I think would do a good job, but like I really want it to be Shaft. Absolutely.
Okay, I would say UFO Table, just because I can tell that manga is very. That's what I was gonna say. Very, yeah, I could tell that like they're really good with vibrant, vivid colors, which I feel like Witch Hat Atelier is going to very shine brightly in that regard in any kind of adaptation that it has. I feel like Shaft could do just as good of a job in that area as well. As far as Kamome Shirahame's art goes, it's very hard to pin down a studio, I feel like, because her art style is very unique inside of the manga illustration world. I feel like, in my opinion, it's very much, you can feel Eastern influence, you can feel Western influence. Obviously, her work in the West and her work in the East heavily defines who she is as a person, and you can feel that this story has a lot to do with who she is personally. Even though we don't know her, you can just feel that this is her pride and joy. And also at the same time in her art, even though it feels very Eastern influence and very Western influence at the same time, it also like has like a splash, like it feels like a lot of her illustrations look like Victorian painting sketches. You know what I mean? So like it's very hard to like really pinpoint, a specific studio, but I would love to see UFO Table knock that out personally.
Yeah.
I
mean, I'll just go with Studio Trigger. They did Little Witch Academia and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's in their wheelhouse. Darling in the Franxx. Kill la Kill. Like,
Kill la Kill style would be sick.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like art styles that really pop, like Kill la Kill and stuff like that. And even though that might be a little like Kill la Kill, I feel like is going a little too far.
Yeah, that's more like Fooly Cooly, like
definitely. That's going too far.
Yeah.
But I like that they have that in their repertoire.
I feel like they have range though. They have They don't have to do it
big
like
range.
that. Yeah.
Exactly. And like Little Witch Academia is so far from Kill la Kill.
Yeah.
Those are way different.
Yeah.
Animations wise, there isn't all this crazy, I don't know, Gurren Lagann type shit, or whatever. I don't know, but yeah.
Marnie in the chat super disagreeing with you.
Yeah, that's good.
She said, "Hell no, Trigger.
Hell no.
You gotta be kidding me.
No one, Trigger.
How dare you, Kiko? Trigger.
Hey,
what is going on?"
And I mean, I can just say this. It's not like I'm like super well versed, and I'm trying to pick a
trying to say something different.
Anime studio. No, just a magical anime. It's like, at the end of the day, I just want Mappa to do everything. So, like, I mean, and if I long story short, just Mega Mappa every single time.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I'm not super familiar with neither animation studios nor have I read Witch Hat Atelier. So, but like hearing what you said about vibrant colors paired with like good musical scores.
Right.
What I was thinking of was what Noxie said is UFO Table, just because
No, I think it's a solid choice.
Yeah.
Or Mappa. I mean, those two definitely come to my mind for sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah. Unlimited budget works, as long as you got money, right?
That's my favorite.
Fuck yeah. I don't think you haven't. Have you read Witch Had Atelier Ashes?
I have not, but I know what it is. I went to go double check to look at it, and I agree with Nick. I would have picked Shaft too. Like Shaft is like do such good. They're very good with vibrant colors, and they have a very unique art.
What have they done?
They did Madoka Magica. They did Bakemonogatari.
Oh, he already said
Monogatari.
Yeah.
Bakemonogatari has like one of the most unique looking animes in the world. I feel like. What was it? Sayonara? Is that supposed to say too? It's another one that looks like that.
Yeah.
If you looked at their catalog, Eagle, like you would just see so many anime you've heard of for sure. It's a lot of very popular series for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, and just kind of.
Sorry.
But I just like a follow-up question. I mean, for Roderick here, asking the question. Did you start reading Witch Hat after the manga recommendations? Because if so, job well done. I'm glad that you watched that, and I mean. That's what that's for.
That was
that's
such a good episode
to do
of
some
ours.
of that.
If you guys haven't peeped our manga recommendations, like part 1 and part 2, like episodes inside of our tie-ins playlist, I would highly recommend that you guys peep those. That was an amazing conversation. That was one of the best conversations I feel like we ever had.
Yeah.
Kira in the chat asking like a follow-up question here, like what would be our picks for the Witch Hat voice cast?
Oh my god, that's
and like I'm definitely not very good with names of voice actors.
That's a little too deep.
That's kind of deep for off the top of the dome, but.
I'm not like someone who thinks like, oh yeah, this character, this voice actor all the time or whatever.
Yeah.
But maybe Kiko. Can we try and do Kifri and
gotta do Kifri
and Coco. Kifri and Coco. I mean,
Kifri has to be Kiko. Or I'm sorry, Kifri has to be a like firm but softer. You know, like he has to be very like warming. But still firm. I feel like I feel
like Kifri should be an older voice. Even though he's younger. Even though he's younger, he could be a good
I agree.
older voice.
Softer. I think softer and like a little higher. Not so much older. Yeah.
Yeah. Man, that's.
While you think
hard.
Kaizo Kuo, I picked up Kingdom after your manga recommendations episode. Fuck yeah, dude. We'd love to hear that.
Love Kingdom. Yes. Get in there, baby.
Yes.
Marnie suggests for Coco Gon's voice actress.
Ooh,
and I do agree with that.
I love that. Fuck yeah, Marnie, dude.
For a good hit or whatever.
That's so good.
Yeah, that would be really good. Man, just Kifri is like there's so many. I'm trying to think of like because it's like I
Kifri could be Kite's voice actor.
Yeah, I could.
Kite from Hunter x Hunter. I would love to hear Kifri.
I think I would not.
Kite.
I mean, like I think the characters you kind of immediately grab for is Kakashi and
Yes.
Aizawa.
Yes.
And I don't think I would do either of those two.
Yeah, me neither.
I think they're a little too gruff, a little too on the gruff.
Aizawa for sure. Kakashi's a little softer.
Kakashi's a little softer. Yeah.
Yeah, but Aizawa's pretty firm voice. I'd be scared of Aizawa if he's my team.
Crollo could be good too. Crollo could be good too.
That would be so off-putting, but I would love it. Especially like
you get used to it, right?
Chat, like current Witch Hat, there
are some moments where he's got a panel where it's like you could really feel that voice there.
Kifri has had a lot of mystery surrounding him.
Yeah.
It's not as much, maybe so much anymore. You kind of learn something, but regardless, as man, Crollo Lucifer's voice, it's like that would be so good, and I would love it so much, and it would scare the shit out of me if I just for the future of the story, especially early on.
Dude, I hate to stay inside of Hunter x Hunter, but they have so many legendary voice actors. I could totally see Poof's voice actor doing Kifri.
Oh
yeah,
that's pretty good.
Or towards the end of Meruem's life, the range he hits inside of Meruem's voice actor would be fucking amazing too.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I would say
Kira suggests Reagan from Mob Psycho. Takahiro Sakurai. So like Reagan from Mob Psycho. Very famous voice actor. Licht from Black Clover.
I don't. Is that the same voice actor? Because
Griffith from Berserk.
I haven't watched. Griffith from Berserk.
I do agree.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree with that heavily.
That's the softness and the lightness that I was kind of going for. Absolutely.
Soft and serious at the same time.
I like that.
And Kifri is more on the softer side, but he can be serious. Serious
as hell.
100%. Yeah.
Okay. I like that. I kind of want to like I think we're like getting close to like the hour range here, so I want to make sure that we get through all the questions that were submitted on Twitter before. I kind of want to keep this around like an hour and a half. So Ashes, if you want to, thank you very much for that question. That was an amazing question. But awesome I want to continue with the Twitter questions if possible.
Oh yeah, that was.
I think we're in the middle of answering one.
Yeah, you were in the middle of answering that person who had the personal question. So. Maxi.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's me.
And we still have Nick's left.
No, Nick answered his.
Nick did his. And they did one for the whole group.
They have a whole group question.
Yeah, that was the last one.
Okay.
It doesn't seem like it from what I've seen, but has your time on Twitter affected the way you feel about any series you read? How do you feel about anime Twitter?
Oh my god, dude!
Great
what the
fuck,
dude?
Yo.
I mean, Nox thrives on it. That's a little different. Nox
thrive on it just because I'm the one that's there the most? I fucking hate anime Twitter, dude.
I know you hate it.
I fucking hate that place, dude. That place is a fucking cesspool, man. It's got
but you love it too.
It's got like I met a lot of really great people on there. I've had a lot of really great interactions. I feel like I want to fucking blow my brains out 90% of the time. The 10% of the time that I enjoy it, it's fucking great. Shout out to the High Grade Shamans group chat. Shout out to the Watchmen group chat. Shout out to the fucking Manga Critics United group chat. Shout out to Sin inside of Good Vibes. I'm in like a million fucking group chats. Shout out to Sanctuary Supreme. And shout out to like all of my mutuals that actually give a damn about what I tweet. I have like 2,000 people on there, but I feel like only like 19 fuck with me like on that level. So shout out to Freelancer, shout out to fucking Kaizoku, shout out to Panzu, everyone who retweets everything I tweet, no matter how fucking trash it is. I fucking love you guys. Twitter is a fucking nightmare.
So 90% of
Twitter is a fucking nightmare. And you want to know what? They want to know what I hate the most about fucking Twitter. And no, to answer the first part of the question, nothing anybody has said on Twitter has ever affected the way that I feel about anything that I read. And if you let that happen to you, you're fucking weird.
Yeah.
Okay? Like read the fucking stories you like. What the fuck is some random person with an anime avi that you don't know in fucking real life influencing you to that degree? You didn't start reading something because somebody with 5,000 Twitter followers said it was mid? Go fuck yourself, okay? Go fucking see for yourself how good it is and then form your own opinion off of that. What the fuck is all of this clout-based bullshit on Twitter? And like, you guys really, really let these motherfuckers be hive leaders to you? Like, y'all are followers like that? You're fucking weird. I'm sorry. That's my biggest gripe with fucking Twitter. But
let me go.
Yeah, go ahead.
Let me tell you what my problem with anime Twitter is. And not anime Twitter. This is just probably Twitter and maybe social. No. It's Twitter specifically because, like, if you think of Facebook, like, usually that's your real name and your real face on there. So the shit you say on there actually follows you.
Yeah.
That's the thing is that there's no accountability. And it's like, I made a poll one time and people really didn't like a poll, the choices on my poll. And a couple people wanted to take my pinned tweet, which was a picture of myself, and try to like ratio me or whatever and like try to shit talk me. And it's like, you know damn well, like, first of all, look at me standing next to Nickums. Like, I'm clearly a bigger guy. I know you ain't saying none of this shit to my face. And I don't, and I don't.
What's up? Come cross the street, cuz.
No. It's just no accountability in that people would do that and be like, oh, look at you, you're this and that. It's like, bro, obviously I put some options on a poll. I didn't even say these are my opinions on this shit. And just because I put options on a poll, you guys are that hurt. And the thing about it is that people take just take it personally if you insult a character that they resonate with, because they say, hey, this might be me in real life, and if you talk bad about this like, this is who I see myself as in the anime world, and 100%. If you talk bad about this character, you're talking bad about me in real life. And it's like, if you make those links, like you're linking your real life to fictional characters and getting offended over people saying, hey, I don't like this fictional character, you got you need to get off Twitter immediately.
Yeah, because your feelings are going to be hurt every single day, G. What kind of quality of life is that?
Listen to Michael Jordan and get some help, please. Like, that's
all right. Let's get on to the next question.
All right, next question. That was a cool question though. Sorry, I kind of like. That kind of like gets me like riled up because I really don't
say shit on the internet.
Intentionally riled up.
Yeah.
Great question.
Wow.
Oh my God. Sorry, where I lost my spot. This one's for the group.
For the group.
What kind of content will you have on your Patreon, and when can we expect it?
Okay.
Great question.
Great question.
Yes.
Knox did cover it basically earlier.
I did talk about it a little bit earlier when we started the stream. Patreon is coming as soon as possible. We kind of like want to like really make sure that the content is not only worth it, but like also like adequately priced. I really have no idea how to go about like asking specific amounts of money from anyone. So I mean, if you guys have any kind of like input on that, I'm sure the Discord will hear about it first. But like, you know, so join the Discord if you want to have any kind of like input on that. But as far as content goes, I know we want to do a second Jump show where we cover like the rest of what we're not covering on like the weekly Shonen Jump main series inside of the channel. As far as extra content goes, we have some ideas that we haven't entirely fleshed out yet, and honestly, I would probably like to keep those ideas off of this public stream for now, if I could. So if you want more information on that, just join the Discord, honestly, is all I can say. As far as when you can expect it, let's see, we'll do the giveaway like maybe in like a week or two from now. And then I want to say you could probably expect the Patreon at the most a month after that. So, but thank you for wanting to support us. These were amazing questions. You said they all came from the same person. I appreciate you. These were amazing. I hope that was an adequate answer for you in the group question. But definitely more content coming at you guys. We have a lot of really good ideas, but we don't want to confidently shout those ideas from the rooftops just yet. So fuck with us on the internet, and you'll like it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna be tight. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna try to make the quality as high as possible.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
We're gonna, bake it a little more.
We don't want to just jump out there and be like, here's some whatever just because we want a Patreon. You know what I'm saying? Like, we want to make sure that
toy treatment.
we want to give it a proper. We want to do it right. So.
Oh, no 4 kids. All right, I'm done burning random companies.
Yeah. Next question though. Next question.
All right, this one is gonna be that's one of the ones that got added a little bit later. This happened during this, so
nice.
I was on Twitter. So
okay.
Easy one. Top 3 protagonists.
Whoo. Wow.
I'm trying to think my number 3.
Yusuke Urameshi from Yu Yu Hakusho, Takemichi Hanagaki from Tokyo Revengers, and Yuji Itadori from Jujutsu Kaisen. That's my lineup right there.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a good lineup.
Yeah.
Is Gon, Deku, and fucking. God damn it, I'm blanking on my third one.
Luffy?
No, not Luffy.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah,
somebody else.
This is supposed to be your top 3, buddy.
I don't really keep
for
these
some reason I had the name right in my head.
Yeah.
These
are all off the cuff.
Right out.
Yeah, off the cuff. Yeah.
For me, Luffy, Gon, Saiki Kusuo.
Fuck yeah.
Big fan of this boy here.
Yes, sir.
I mean, I gotta pick Gon since I already said he was my best friend in real life. But one, I think not too many people would think Kiyomaru Takamine from Konjiki no Gash, Zatch Bell, whatever.
Great.
Fuck yeah.
True
pick.
Wow.
True 5-head. He's been sporting the 5-head well before. He is definitely not a meathead MC, and he has been, I don't know, just what a lot of people say is missing from shonen MCs, but he was that 20 years ago. Like, and it was, I feel like, you know, maybe a little groundbreaking at the time, maybe not. It's hard for me to say. It's not like I've read everything, but like the shonen tropes of like, I'm going to do better and I'm going to win. And then they just, and they do it, you know, like that's not him. So like, I really resonated with his character, but so that's 2. So Gon, Kiyomaru, and I'm gonna have to go with the old Saitama because that's how I feel in real life. I'm just bored with life, man. Like, I'm just better than everybody.
Plus you're bald
all the time. Yeah, plus I'm bald, you know, and shining out here, you know, like
glistening and shit.
Glistening, but you know, and I'm just too, you know, swole out here. You know, they don't want none. You know, Garo comes by and I just pow, and he's out there.
Eagle, did you say Senku?
Senku, yes.
Yeah, Senku's good.
Senku
Great.
is great.
Senku's really good.
Dr. Stone is so
I love
fire
that pick, dude. That's a good one. Ashes, what do you got?
I love Chrome.
Mm-hmm.
For me, gonna go with Gon.
Yeah.
I do like Gon a lot. I was thinking about this because I had one. Dang it. My brain is not working at all.
Blew it.
Mob. I'm sorry.
Mob's good.
Oh,
Mob's good.
Mob, phenomenal. Phenomenal.
I didn't pick Mob for my best friend because I don't know if I would want to hang out with Mob. But I like his character. And then I had a different one. I don't remember what it was, and I was super excited about it. I just like. Oh no, it's Kazuma Sato. I love Kazuma.
Oh yeah.
From Konosuba.
Yeah.
He's just his character is so realistic. I just appreciate his character so much.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, the whole show was written.
Damn, someone said "Yo" from Shaman King. That's a great pick, too.
Amazing.
He said "Yo."
Shaman King's
Black
good.
Wolf. Fuck yeah, dude. Shoutouts to Black Wolf, dude. Yo, Asakura. Super good.
If none of you say Gintoki, I'm rioting.
Oops.
I'm gonna get in there. I've not finished Gintama yet. I've only barely started, but I'm gonna get in there. I'll be in there.
The beginning of it is so hard to get through, bro. It's like
yeah, you gotta like skip like the first 2 episodes or something because it's like an intro.
Filler?
It's like a filler intro, and then it goes in there.
It's
Whatever.
crazy.
But I might go to the manga because I mean I'm
manga all day.
If you start watching it, it's definitely very funny and like it's very like it's a gag manga. You know what I mean? So like, I love gag manga for sure.
Oh yeah. Okay.
I'll be in there.
Okay. What we got next?
That was the last unique Twitter question.
Okay.
But we did get one more from our boy Mako here, so I'll get that one in really quick.
Let's go.
Messed me on the Discord. It was, will you guys be doing any panels at conventions in the future?
Oh, I mean, if it's Anitube Con, then yeah. I mean, we'll do we'll do Anitube Con again.
I really once conventions open up in like 2022 or something, you know, it's gonna be a long ass time for the record.
Yeah.
I do really want to do panels at our local Minnesota cons or whatever.
Yes.
Or you know, Midwest cons generally. We're all from the Midwest here.
Yeah, I would love to do that.
So in a nutshell, to answer your question, yes, very much a possibility.
Yeah.
Well, here's a follow-up question or a rebuttal question: is how are you gonna come to our panels when you keep getting kicked out of the cons, Mako? Like,
chill.
Why are you worried about panels at the con?
Killed you.
Hold on.
Killed you. That's hilarious.
Wait. The security can't scale all of those. Balconies.
Motherfucking security guards bag rocks.
Killed you, bro. That's hilarious. But yeah, dude, that'd be so fucking cool, dude. Okay, so like, if you guys haven't seen Anitube, if any of the viewers out there haven't seen Anitube Con 2020, that was a live stream anime convention that we were a part of back in June. You can go to our tangential tie-ins playlist and you can see the 2 panels that we specifically did as Project Manga. We did a Jujutsu X Hunter x Hunter panel with Doncho's Hideout. And then we did a manga you should be reading in 2020 panel. Those were both really good conversations. We also did the closing ceremony and opening ceremony for the con. We were a part of those as well. But you can't miss with any panel that you choose. We collaborated with a lot of amazing people. Shout out JD Legend. Shout out Sensei LeGlove. Shout out the Weebology podcast. Shout out Anime Summit podcast. Shout out Lord Eisen. Shout out Big Schnooty with the big booty. You know what I'm saying? Shout out everybody in the gang that was a part of that. That was an amazing online convention that we did, and we raised a lot of money for a lot of really good charity. Can't wait to do that again. We might do that again in winter. Depends on like how things work organizationally. But yes, very much would love to do that again in the future. And annually is fine too. But I mean, like, we did a poll and everyone said that they wanted it 2 times a year. So that is why I'm saying that. But
and here's one more thing is that Kira, yes, we would love to do ASEN.
Yes.
A couple of us have been to ASEN. Most of us have.
Yep.
Yes.
And Sean, if we could go to New York and do that shit, bro, that would be my dream.
Yes.
I would love
me
to
too.
go to New York.
Let's go.
Bro.
Let's go.
Please.
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah. And then physical cons in the future, absolutely. I don't know. We'll look like if we do any in the very near future, there'll be Midwest cons. So anybody that's watching that's in the Midwest, be on the lookout for that. Although there is no mention of that. I think Nick said like 2022 is the most realistic.
Yeah, it's just
it's
conservative
very,
guess on my part.
Absolutely.
Very unlikely.
Absolutely.
2021.
But we'll be on the internet for sure. We'll be in the airwaves. Absolutely. Great question.
Umbrella shit going on in the world.
Yeah,
great question.
For sure.
Fuck yeah.
All right.
Shut up, Tess. Sorry, I just had to say that. Anyway,
it's okay. I didn't organize the rest of these, so now I'm in the freewheeling go. Let's see here.
How many more do we have from Twitter?
It's about, let's see, 1, to. There's a few. Some people ask like 4 or 5.
Fire them off. Fire them off.
Yeah, let's do
Fire
it.
them off.
If y'all can meet Togashi, what would you ask him?
Holy shit! Where's my next volume?
Can you please keep writing?
Yeah,
please?
that's the same. It's
Mark.
literally the same. Literally,
Sure,
I mean, like if it wasn't so infrequent, I would have a way better.
Can you get off Dragon Quest?
Hey, chill on my man's. Chill on my man's. His back hurting, cuz. Don't do
I might
that.
ask like, can you give us the official rules to Gungi?
Yes. Can you give us the official? Can you give us everything so we can just officially make the game in real life?
Right.
That's amazing, Nick.
Yeah.
Also,
And like,
another question would be, can you just have your wife fucking draw it if you don't want to?
Yeah, seriously. Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like, can you give us something for the people that have been here since the beginning, for the people that have been here since the end of the anime, for the people who have been here for any amount of time, putting money in your pockets in any kind of way? Can you give us some kind of statement besides like, I don't want to do it? I mean, like, you can't do it. You can't do it if you can't do it. I'm not mad at him for not being able to do it.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, if you have a serious issue with yourself, obviously, your well-being comes way before my interests or my wants. I think we can all agree on that. But at the same time, I don't want to say that you have an obligation to us, because ultimately it's your life, your choice, how you handle these kind of things. And we just have to deal with whatever choice you make. But just like from human to human,
for real.
like, we love your work, my G. Yeah. Like, can you try to find some kind of middle ground to fuck with us in any kind of way, in the most respectful way possible? I asked that question, not in any kind of demanding, where's my content kind of like shit, but just like, it's been like 7 hiatuses that are like 2 years apart each on average. It's like,
Dancho says he said absolutely not to his wife. He'd rather stop being a mangaka.
Oh wow. Yeah. Holy moly, rockets.
That's such a bummer.
That is such a bummer.
I mean,
wow.
So like, I feel like I kind of get just not wanting anybody to be involved in your
I get
life's
it. I get
work.
it.
And but like, I mean, if it's your life's work and you that means that much to you,
you want to get it out to the people, like, because that's why you're doing it. You'll figure it out
how to get it done.
Yeah.
I mean, and it don't got to be your wife. I mean, maybe prior to what Dancho was saying, I was just thinking like, maybe she doesn't want to do it and she's on her, retirement, grind on herself too. And she doesn't want to deal with that. And that's fine. Yeah. Just get somebody, man. Like, honestly, the fucking Hisoka backstory, which fucking the Tokyo Ghoul
buddy.
Yeah. And that was chicken scratch and it killed it. Like, that shit was so fucking sketchy and you couldn't.
It was so good though. It was good though. Yeah.
It was so good. It was, I would want it a little higher quality than that. But it ain't gotta be much higher quality, man. It's like shit, I read some other shit that don't look too good, like it happens.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
But
yeah, absolutely. Great question though. Ashes, keep them coming.
I just saw in the chat that was a good one.
Let's get the Twitter ones done though.
All right. Are you planning to add more titles to the Weekly Shonen Jump podcast?
We just added Mashal, as I'm sure the person asking that question knows.
In a nutshell,
yeah.
No.
I mean, like, yeah, exactly, like Eagle said, because like it's like we started the show with 7 series. Back then, we weren't as like good at what we're doing now, so like the conversations were really easy to have. But like the longer you do something, obviously, naturally, the maybe not better you become at it. I mean, I'm sure people would say that we've gotten better over time, but just me personally, I feel like there's just so much more I have to say because of how much more I'm noticing and just like how much like more open my mind is to analysis. Yeah, and then you also add another person into the dynamic.
In their bag.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're all getting in our bag.
We definitely
are very long.
Yeah, we don't want each episode to be 6 hours, 7 hours long. I mean, unless you guys wanted that, you know what I mean? But I mean, like, as far as scheduling goes, there's just like not enough time in the day.
An option at this point,
and like it's hard enough meeting up even once a week to talk for 4 hours given like our life circumstances. That's why a Patreon would be incredible, because if we can get some kind of like income coming in to pay an editor or like someone who can take some of the to alleviate some of the work that we have to do so that we can focus more on content and pumping out more as much as possible, that could be in the very near future something that could look like. You know what I mean? But like, we have kids, we have jobs, we have lives outside of this, and trust me, if I could all day, every day, just talk about manga on the internet in ways that you guys wanted, like, I would have no qualms with that. You know what I mean? You wouldn't hear a single complaint from me or any of us. But obviously, real life matters a lot more than this can allow us to venture out into that realm. But Patreon coming soon with a second Jump show. definitely subscribe to that if you want to hear us talk about more things. We're definitely working on creating a schedule that'll allow us a second conversation a week to cover things that we don't cover on our free show. So if that's what you need, definitely hit us up in the Discord for information on that. Otherwise, that's coming very soon. Great question.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to rephrase one slightly, but which of you is the most enthusiastic about manga and anime?
Nickums.
Manga, I think manga me.
Nickums for sure.
I read so I don't think people understand how much manga I read. I read so much manga. I'm almost constantly. I mean, like I play video games sometimes too, but like my hobby is reading manga.
Yes.
I just read fuck tons of manga.
Yes.
Anime. I'm probably not the biggest anime of the group actually.
I am probably the least on anime personally. Out of everybody, like statistically on the panel, I've probably watched the least anime out of everybody.
Well, it's actually probably Ashes, to be honest.
On
anime.
Yeah.
He's seen a shit ton of anime.
No. I said least. Yeah. I said I've seen the least out of everybody.
No, not saying the most is.
Oh, the
Ashes
most.
I
thought you were correcting my answer to say no. Ashes is the least.
Like
I was like, oh no.
Like in the past 2 months.
Yeah. See. Yep. Absolutely.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, I keep an eye on Twitter to see when, like, we got Zoro vs. Killer coming up in the anime.
I'll be tuning in for that. I'll be tuning in for that.
Like, I'll watch that episode. But yeah, I mean, anime takes so long, man.
Yeah, it does. I want to go at my pace. We're busy as shit. I'm just gonna read it as fast as I can. I don't want to sit there for 20.
I'm gonna be damned if I'm gonna be watching Toei, man. Y'all
a dedicated 20 minutes just to get half a chapter in one episode? No, sorry.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd have to literally strap me in a chair and fucking peel my eyes open to watch Toei. Like, I can't do it. Like, One Piece is so long, to watch, and it's like I watched a lot of it. I mean,
we got
everything
good hours
up to Dressrosa. Like, no, I watched everything like religiously in the anime until like Dressrosa started, and it's like, why am I watching this? This shit takes forever. I've been current the manga for fucking 5 years. I don't need this shit. Like, I don't need this anymore. I got shit I gotta do. But I mean, when you got a Vinland Saga and you got a a Demon Slayer and you got a fucking Mob Psycho and you got maybe a new season of fucking Hero, like those are top tier
priorities.
studios.
There's priorities.
Exactly.
You know
I'm gonna watch those, because those I know are good, but catch me watching Toei, call the police, I'm in trouble.
Hey, everybody, like the stream if you haven't liked the stream already, please. Thank you.
One of the caveats is a lot of things you're talking about is like I don't watch there's very few shonen anime that I watch, and for the most part, most of them have gotten away from that terrible strategy of having a million years of worth of one season or one season. So like I watch, like a bunch of series that are like 10 episodes or like 12 episodes or like, shorter series. Like that's why I've watched a lot of them. But,
Tropics.
Like One Piece.
Tropics in the chat. What's up, Tropics? Thanks for pulling up. Question that I just noticed inside of the live chat. Do you track the manga you read on Mal? Personally, I don't. I could do that if like everybody like wanted to tell me to, but I feel like I would just much rather have a conversation with somebody, like hit me up on Twitter, Discord, Facebook, like Instagram, like whatever, and just like have a conversation with me about what I read. I would much rather like talk to you about it than like here's a list, read it if you want, and then like I don't know like if you ever like got into it. I don't know, like I would just rather have a conversation about it than like give you a list. Maybe I'll do that in the future, but I don't know about anybody else. But
gives me the most elitist feeling in the world. I don't know why. It just gives me a bad vibe.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll go there just like check on something. Just like I want to see I'm like, oh, what do people think of this? And then I'll be like, oh, I disagree with this completely.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Absolutely. Next question.
No,
wait. Do you guys want to answer that? Okay.
Well, I'm just saying that I did track mine on Manga Rock until it got shut down. It's still all there. Like it's still there.
Yeah.
It's just you can't read it. It's gone. And I just this is like now my like comprehensive list of like what I've read or am reading. But I mean, Manga Dex is doing that for me now.
Okay. So maybe maybe we can all. I mean, I have ways that I track it personally. I mean, if you guys really needed that from us, I feel like it wouldn't be nothing to just it wouldn't be nothing for us to throw that out there for you guys. Yeah. So I mean, it just depends on.
We can brainstorm ways to get you these lists if you're interested.
I'm sure we could have a a command in the Discord that would spawn a list of the series.
Yeah, we could do that too. Wow, that would be sick.
I mean, the Discord
like upon their request.
Either way.
Upon their request, like you hit the bot command and then it's just a list of everybody. That would be fucking sick.
Exclamation point! The Discord exclamation point! Nickham's list. And
wow.
Then the Discord breaks.
Then the Discord breaks because it's numbers we don't have.
Yeah, you can't do it for Nickham's. You could do it for the rest of us.
Yeah,
you can probably get it to do it, like take you to an external link.
Yeah. That'd be sick though. All right. Next question.
All right. What was the one show or manga you saw or read and felt you needed to dive deeper into? The one anime/manga that got you hooked.
Yu Yu Hakusho.
I'm sorry. What was I misread that. So what was what was the one manga or show that you read that made you want to get deeper into manga and anime? Sorry.
When we okay, so real quick before
origin episode.
Yeah, this is like definitely watch the origin episode as like low quality and like weird as that episode is because we were literally just starting and it was on fucking Zoom and I hate watching it myself. But that's a really cool.
We literally talked about this exact.
We talked about this exact thing, but then we also revisited it on a more high quality episode later on in the life of the channel called "The Evolution of Shonen Storytelling." Nickham's wasn't there for it, so Nickham's you can definitely get into it a little bit more right now. But if you do refer to that episode, which was an amazing conversation featuring Anime Summit and Sensei Leglove, one of the best conversations we've ever had. I think I said Inuyasha there just because I think one of the main conversations that we had on that episode is like this question. And what the brilliant thing that Sensei kind of like brought up during the conversation was, when you are first learning about anime, you don't know it's anime. You think it's just another cartoon that just looks different than everything you've seen. So like Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, all that shit were cartoons to us before we realized that they were all coming from the same place back in the early 2000s. You know what I'm saying? So like when I realized that this is actually realized what it was, I think I was watching Inuyasha and I was like, oh, I need some more of this. Where can I go to get this? You know what I'm saying? So I think Inuyasha there would be my answer. Yeah.
Yeah, and for just real quick, for me, the first thing I knew that I was watching anime and that made me want to dive deeper into this medium was Naruto.
Yeah.
That's the first time I was like, that I knew what I was seeing was anime, was something that was an Eastern influenced, Eastern created thing.
Yeah.
And that made me want to like say, okay, I want to fucking see more of this shit.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
As opposed to Western cartoons, which are fucking.
Mine is something that nobody might ever know, and it's a Super 8-Man. It was a movie that was on Sci-Fi. Yeah, Super 8-Man. It was super brutal.
Yeah.
Super brutal. When I was like fucking 5-6 years old, I had no idea what I was watching. I was like, this is like, I felt like it fucked me up. Like I felt like I had dreams and shit about it, you know. And later on in life, when I actually finally, you know, learned, because that's like early 90s, that was like Sci-Fi Channel was the only place to find anime before Cartoon Network, and they would only put on movies. Like that's the only place I ever knew that I could get it, other than like, I mean, if you count Voltron, which is technically anime, that would be on like Fox Kids or whatever. But I mean, it's Dragon Ball, like it's supposed to be 100%. Dragon Ball, like Americans, you know, most Americans.
Nick, please answer the question because I'm actually very interested in hearing this.
Yes,
no,
yours
for sure.
is important.
I mean, like in terms of getting into anime, it was basically, you know, Toonami, Adult Swim. So like any of the series on there generally are what got me in. Now, I think the more interesting question is like, what got me into manga, right? Because I think most people they watch anime, they get into anime. It's less common to like dive into manga. And so for me, like One Piece actually was the story that got me really into seriously reading manga, because I caught up with the anime.
Yeah.
I needed more. Like I had to have more. And people on the internet were like, well, go here, you know, go to, you know, this place and get the scans or whatever. And then like that leads you into, you know, like shonen manga, kind of the huge picks, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so like getting to seinen manga, actually I think probably was like Monster, like the anime Monster.
Yeah.
Which I've seen like, you know, 3 or 4 times. It's just I love Urasawa's writing style or whatever. Just getting that exposure to seinen storytelling and being like, oh wow, like this is like, you can go really hard, you can go really deep, you can get really emotional, and that made me once you know I was more into manga generally, trying to seek out those titles that are like very heavy, I guess you could say. You have a lot of heavy titles. So those are the 2 big ones for me.
Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, I also got shout out Ninja Scroll
in the chat
too.
says
Ninja Scroll, Who?
Nickums, read Tagami Bachi if you haven't, says Doncho.
I have not. Thank you.
Doncho's always got amazing recommendations. Definitely read anything Doncho ever tells you to read. Ever. Great question. Yes, great question. What's up, Ashes?
I was just gonna say.
Yeah.
For anime for me, I remember it was literally Ronin Warriors. It's the first thing I remember watching that I was every day.
Ronin Warriors.
I was looking forward to watching it on Fox at 2:30 p.m. every weekday afternoon.
Running home from school, like, no, you don't understand. I need to get there. Yeah.
And I never finished it. And I've like missing 2 episodes, and I've tried to go back and watch it, and I can't because it looks ugly.
Oh no!
How about Samurai Pizza Cats? That's what that reminds me of.
Some Japanese porn cartoons. That's what Sam said on the episode.
And then for manga specifically, I know it was reading what I used to read Ranma 1/2 for like check them out from the library. I would have to like find them from every library around the fucking city and like have them send them all to my local library and like check out like 80 books at a time. That's all. I remember reading Ranma. Like that's what hooked me on the manga.
Fuck yeah.
Wow. Yeah, you're reading Ranma before
Ranma 1/2.
Inuyasha.
Yeah, dude.
That's wild.
Rumiko Takahashi, the GOAT.
Yep.
Okay, next question.
Wow. When did you get into manga?
Man. 15, 16.
After I watched One Piece, like Nickums said.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna say, in fact, I think it was funny because after I watched One Piece, I needed more, like he said, started reading the manga, and I talked to Noxie, and he said, like, fam, I got this manga chat I'll add you to. You just got to catch up on these series first. And he told me to catch up on fucking My Hero, Black Clover, and a few other ones, 7 Deadly Sins and some shit. And he was like, after you catch up on these, I'll add you to the chat. And yeah. And I watched One Piece. I was like,
making me feel like the Godfather right now.
You know. And I fucking read the rest of One Piece, read Black Clover, read Hero, read type shit. Got added to the manga chat. And so what got me heavy into manga was finishing One Piece.
Yes.
Wanting more story.
Yeah.
And then saying like, okay, these comics are tight. Let me see more of these.
Yep. Fuck yeah. Shout out to Panzu in the chat. Read Radiant. Absolutely. Tony Valente's a god. Read Dreamland and read Red Storm. Yes, I haven't read Dreamland yet, but Red Storm is a very big recommendation high on my list. No Kyung-chan and Hyun. Red Storm is a webtoon by No Kyung-chan and Hyun. One of my favorite webtoons, maybe my favorite webtoon that I've ever read. Red Storm is incredible. First season or first volume starts off in color, and it goes black and white for the rest of the way. It's very reminiscent of Kingdom. For Kingdom fans, it's got everything you need in a story about adventure and conquest. Definitely recommend Red Storm. Big shout out to Panzu for that. And Radiant is amazing, an incredible magic story with an incredible magic system. Fantasia is probably top 3 magic systems for me. Definitely read those. Shout out to Pansy.
Damn.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Doncho been reading manga since 4th grade.
Doncho's out here. Doncho's out, bro. Doncho's out here as fuck, bro.
Yeah. I mean, it's like middle school.
But he's only 20.
So yeah.
All right. Next question.
Not trying to take away.
No, not at all.
Wait. We didn't.
Wait.
Nichols, did you even answer? Like, what?
Oh wait. Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. My bad. I'm looking at the time. When
I didn't answer either.
Yeah. Go ahead, you guys.
Back in the day, I read like my girlfriend was into manga or whatever, and she was getting me things like Prince of Tennis, Fruits Basket, Hellsing. Just a lot of the stories you find at like a local bookstore kind of stuff, and had a great time.
Yeah,
spending way too much money. On manga.
It's never too much
back then.
Back then. Yeah,
might have been too much.
Yeah. Kiko.
Naruto. Honestly, actually, that's. I mean, I read a few, like my sister had manga before, and I just like kind of read through what she had, shit like Magic Knights, Ray Earth, and like Fushigi Yugi and that kind of shit. And, like I would read some of that here and there, just to like, what the fuck, what is this? Why is this backwards? Like I'm gonna throw this book out the window. I don't like this shit. But I figured it out, and then as watching anime as time progresses, going from Dragon Ball through fucking Toonami all the way to Adult Swim into then Naruto came out and like on TV it's like 2004. It's like I remember watching like the first like 2 or 3 episodes and I was like, damn, this shit's tight as fuck. Like right away, like I thought Naruto was super fucking cold blooded, right from the beginning.
Yeah.
So like I started reading right away in Naruto. Like first here's what's on fucking whatever, Toonami or whatever was on. And then it's like, okay, then I had to jump to Kaizoku fan subs or whatever fan sub fucking show, to watch whatever's been animated. And then I think I was about at, I want to say it was towards the end of Tuning Exams, like Sasuke versus Gaara, when I got caught up in the anime that was, fan sub, and then I started reading from there.
Hell yeah.
That's literally what just kicked my manga, enthusiasm through the roof.
Yes, way back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like middle school
Next
for me.
question.
Great question. Next question.
All right. What is the appeal of manga to you?
Holy moly.
Faster, quicker.
I love
shit quick.
You want to know what?
Yes.
It's quicker. I love that it's all usually written by one person
artist,
or one team, one creative, group from beginning to end. I love the continuity aspect of it. Eastern illustrations have better dynamic like action paneling and art. There's more like drastic angles that you don't usually see over in the West. I love just like the contrast of the stark blacks on the whites. I love just the entire, literally everything about it. I feel like I prefer more than Western storytelling. Obviously, there is things that you see how I'm coming. You feel me? But like I'm definitely like a Western comic book fanatic just as much as an Eastern comic book fanatic. But like put them side by side. Like Eastern has so many more check marks. And you want to know what? There's a way of like speaking it, like a blanket way of like there's a blanket like dialogue atmosphere in the East that is so hard to like articulate, an explanation for like off the top of the dome, but like they just talk different in manga stories as well. And like thematically there's just like way different like outlooks and ideologies going into the writing that are just more appealing to me, maybe because all I ever did ever since I learned how to read was read Western comic books, and it's just something different, and that's what draws me to it. But I feel like just like fundamentally there is such a more appealing and different approach to Eastern storytelling in just like the way the characters interact with each other. A couple examples of things that you know that are just like regularly there in like Western manga like dialogue. It's like people will say like, oh, so it's something like that. Like I don't know, like it's hard, like I don't know if you guys like know what I'm talking about, but like characters like always say things like that. Another thing that I really like in Eastern storytelling that I feel like you don't see a lot in the West is that when characters take like, in a lot of Eastern stories, when characters take like high trauma attacks, it doesn't like seem to like phase them, which is like something that is like so badass, because Western artists really want to like put you in that scene. If you get your arm cut off, there's very big emotion, it hurts, it's ow, and you get that over in the East as well. But I feel like over in the East there's a lot more like really badass moments where a character will lose an arm and like not flinch. Netro versus Meruem, you know
just
what I'm saying? Just cold-blooded. It's like they just keep a low lid expression, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it amps them up even farther. Whereas over in the West, more times often than not, if someone is losing a limb, that's a really big deal. That's a really big scene. You can see all the pain, you can see all of the emotion that goes into that. It's just like a way differently handled thing. So like just off the top of my head, those are some differences that really draw me over to the East personally.
I like what Nox was saying about dynamic paneling. Like that's probably number one for me. Like, I mean, Akutami Gege comes to mind, you get fucking, whatever. If you watch this, you should. This isn't too spoilery. But Choso stabbing Yuji's feet, like both of them, like pat, pat. You get multiple movements in one thing, or Toji stabbing fucking, Gojo right in the femoral artery there.
Yes.
That kind of shit. Or
you get so many more movements in one panel.
Seven Deadly Sins. That's the thing he did the best. Was like multiple movements in one panel.
Yes.
You get nice after images, and it just flows well. It's like one panel you can see probably fucking, I don't know, 30 seconds of a fucking anime fight. Like that one panel, they can make 30 seconds of a fucking fight in anime if they want, from just, like that's amazing and impressive. Like you really just get immersed with dynamic paneling like that. Like you just, I feel like I'm watching a movie sometimes, even though it's a stilled image. It's very, very, very impressive.
Oh yeah.
For me, manga is all about. I mean, like you can compare manga to anime, and I think we covered, the benefits of manga versus anime. Like it's just pure. You know what I mean? It's the pure canonical story exactly as it was meant to be consumed by the writer, and I really like that aspect. I like knowing that you have this direct connection with the writer. You don't have this like other body, this animation studio like kind of trying to tell you how you should feel about something. And not to say that anime doesn't have its place. I mean, anime like can make the fights more dynamic. It can give you the color and the music in the background and stuff like that. But definitely prefer manga. And in terms of like what I like about manga, to me it's really like the world building, which is just like leagues beyond Western storytelling. World building, like Knox was saying, dialogue. It's like it's almost like there's so many series where it's almost like Tarantino level dialogue. You know what I mean? Like you're just on the edge of your seat. Like I just love hearing the words that these characters are saying. You know what I mean? And then the theming. You know what I mean? Like there are just so many stories with immensely powerful themes, and you can cry, you can laugh, I feel like I grow when I read manga. I feel like when I read manga I'm growing as a human being and learning to appreciate other human beings and appreciate reality and creativity and everything more just from reading manga, because it just gives you this stuff you can never find anywhere else. It's the best. I love it.
That was a beautiful
JD
answer.
Legend, $20 donation.
$20.
Congratulations, gentlemen. Thank you very much, JD. You're the fucking goat, dude. We appreciate the shit out of that, dude. Fuck yeah, dude. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Wow.
Definitely.
Fuck
Appreciate it so much, bro.
Hell yeah.
OG in the house.
Yes. OG triple. Did everyone answer that?
No, I didn't.
Go ahead.
Well, and as someone who is not very familiar with Western storytelling, the only real context that I have to consider this question with is like as with anime as opposed to manga, right? A lot of the points Nickums made are pretty much what I was going to bring up. But I mean, I'm kind of on the opposite side of the same coin he was mentioning. But I will say the appeal for manga to me is that I can get, like he said, the story in somewhat of its purest form as the author intended as quickly as possible. But I will also say I'm someone who prefers anime.
Hell yeah. And now there's still a lot of there's still a lot of
well done anime.
Yeah.
Why would you not want to see shit in motion with color, with musical scores and voice actors? So like a well done anime to me all the time better than manga.
Yeah.
But manga is super enjoyable. It's quicker to consume, and it's uncut and raw directly as the author intended you to consume it. So
in regard to that purity, now there is a lot of like decisions that editorial makes in regard to like the handling of Eastern stories inside of like manga, publication lines, you know what I'm saying? So as far as the purity goes, it would be amazing if every, mangaka could say that this was 100% their vision. Maybe they let Oda get away with it. I mean, there were early editorial mandates that I know about inside of like One Piece. I don't know how much editorial has to do with it nowadays because of his like, because of his tenure and because of his, clout inside of Shueisha. But Doncho's out of here. Thanks for pulling up, man. Thanks for good to see you, bro. Thank you for your interactions here. But I feel like there's way more editorial influence on Western stories, leagues more editorial influence on Western stories than Eastern stories. But it does depend on the clout. But yes, I just wanted to throw that out there just as like a matter of factly, like kind of like statement, if that's not weird. But
Kazuko says only because you're talking about this actual thing right now. Shank's arm was editorial.
Was an editorial decision. Yeah, absolutely. Which is crazy. Wow, that was crazy to find out when I heard that.
Yeah.
But great
only
question.
Because they were saying like, yo, you got to make the story more interesting, bro.
Yeah.
So, add some meathead shit.
and I think that kind of like goes into like what defined like the big three's generation, right? Because One Piece, I believe, was first, then Naruto, then Bleach, I believe. But like they all, I was talking about it on Twitter. They all have moments of like sacrifice like that in their first chapters. You have Shanks' arm, you have Rukia jumping in front of the Hollow, you have
Iruka.
You have Iruka taking the fucking big ass shuriken. I don't know how much of that was like influence. I mean, it's all coming out of the same publication line, so maybe they were like, "Yo, this is what's going to define this generation here." You know what I'm saying? Like because the previous generation inside of like Yu Yu Hakusho and Dragon Ball, you have big moments of like self-sacrifice from the main character. Yusuke jumps jumps in front of the fucking car and dies in the very first chapter or very first episode of Yu Yu Hakusho for the kid with the ball. You have Goku inside of Dragon Ball, at least when it goes into Z, sacrificing himself to beat Raditz, you know what I'm saying? But then you move into the next generation of the big three, and their mentors are now sacrificing themselves for the main characters. So that was always a really cool, you know, compare contrast that I thought was cool there. And maybe all of those decisions were editorial based, and they all wanted that to just be the vibe of that new generation, which I don't think there's anything wrong with that editorial decision. I have a lot of issues with editorial mandates that I've heard about, you know, like throughout Shueisha or throughout Eastern storytelling, but it's definitely for the better a lot of the time. So
yeah.
But yeah, great question. Do we all answer? How many more do we got? Can we maybe let's
one, two, let's see.
Let's do one more, the coolest one there. Sorry if we didn't get to all your questions, but we really don't want this to be longer than a 2-hour stream. So let's round it off with the last the coolest question that we got.
The last ones are all actually from Dancho, who left. So.
Oh, okay. Well, throw one more. Throw one more of his out, and then throw one more of his out, and then we'll round the conversation off.
This was interesting when I saw. So outside of shonen genre, what do you enjoy?
Oh, everything. I mean, pop culture.
I'm huge into seinen. I mean, that's really my main genre. Generally, I read a lot of seinen stories. Have read. I mean, there's so many out there that like are completed. So in terms of percentage of my ongoing manga, it's not high percentage seinen, but I do like seinen a lot. I'm a big fan of slice of life, honestly, like Yotsubato, like Senryu Shoujo. I do like the kind of just like happy-go-lucky, funny, cute kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I kind of read kind of everything generally. Maybe not so much like, I don't know, like super shoujo, you know. I'm not super big into that. Not that if anyone has any recommendations of really awesome shoujo stuff, I'd love to read some for sure, but that's me.
Oh yeah. Yeah. For me, obviously, I'm a very big Western superhero comic fan. Outside of that, I mean, pretty much anything that exists inside of like Western pop culture, I'm a pretty big fan of. Science fiction stories as well. Philip K. Dick, Aldous Huxley, H.P. Lovecraft. Like I'm really into those writers as well. Stephen King books I read too. You know, like you'll catch me reading Lord of the Rings, Song of Ice and Fire, like shit like that. I'm really big into like, you know, medieval or like sci-fi stories, you know, coming out of European and Western, you know, authors. But yeah, superhero comics basically. can't miss with that answer. So that's me.
Yeah. For me, like, I mean, as far as manga goes, it's like, I pretty much only read shonen or seinen. I maybe have read a couple other things that I might not even realize is a different genre, but like outside of manga and stuff, like I don't watch TV unless it's sports, to be honest. And I am a huge disc golfer. I watch so much disc golfing videos online, like and like political shit. Like
esports too, G.
Literally, yeah, esports too. But I mean, I follow just a couple esports here and there. It's not like I'm big on the League and the Dota and whatnot. Like Ashes is. Like Ashes is really big into that, and he'll be able to touch on that better than I could. But regardless, I mean, if this isn't like the things that I consume that are not manga are sports and progressive political channels, and like that's pretty much it. Like that's pretty much the only things that I really read or consume. I mean, I don't know, you know, like I just don't have time to watch TV, and I'm not really reading novels like that anymore. Sure, I mean, I did one time in my life, but it's like I'm just devoting all my reading towards manga right now, you know. So
hell yeah. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
No. If you want to talk to me about basketball, football, baseball, whatever, I can do that too.
Hell yeah. Yes, sir.
I mean, going along with how Kiko answered the question, I would say a lot of the media I consume outside of manga is video game stories.
Yeah.
And other than that, I would say the most appealing manga genre to me, as far as the way it sounds, you know, I don't read a lot of anything that's not shonen because I'm a basic bitch. You know, I like whimsical stories where, you know, shit is happy-go-lucky and cool shit is going down. But seinen sounds pretty good because I also sometimes am a fan of graphic shit where horrific shit can be going down and whatnot.
Hell yeah. Mm-hmm. Hell yeah. Real quick, I have to address this before I forget. Kimichi, do y'all read stuff like The Breaker? Absolutely. We're huge Breaker enthusiasts, me and Kiko especially. That's one of the that's in our top 5. Top 3, top 5 at least. Top 3 for me, I would say. But we love The Breaker. Can't wait for season 3 whenever that happens. Whoops. I don't know what's going on, but
I need that.
But yeah, come on, Kamaro, come on, y'all.
Yeah.
But we need that. But yeah, absolutely huge Breaker fans. Just wanted to address that because I saw that in the chat.
Yes, definitely.
Nickums.
Definitely.
What was the question?
What do you like outside? Oh wait, you already answered actually.
You
answered first.
I answered. I thought the question was like, what genres of manga do you like? I mean, like in terms of outside of manga, I can go quick or whatever. Like I do like sci-fi, Western stories or whatever. Philip K. Dick, Thomas Dish.
Yes.
I mean, like I like horror. I'm not like I don't do a ton of non-manga stories nowadays. I used to read way more Western stories back in the day. But yeah, video games and disc golf. Me and Kiko are out there disc golfing occasionally. So yeah, that's yeah.
Hell yeah. Antonio Davis, $2. Thank you for your donation, Antonio Davis. $2. We appreciate that.
Thank you.
Love y'all, Maine. Keep it up for real. We will, man. We will continue to do our very best. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And just because I've been trying to get in my bag with this for a while, I'm not going to get in my bag. I'm just going to say something. Red Phoenix. The last panel of One Piece is going to be Luffy sacrificing himself, getting executed, starting a new pirate era, just like Roger did.
That'd be cool. That'd be really fucking cool.
That'd be sick.
Because after he finds the One Piece, the world is going to be boring as fuck. Nothing's going to be going on.
Yeah.
And he's going to be like, yo, this is fucking stupid. So I'm going to tell these motherfuckers I got a treasure out here and make them go find it.
Sure.
Yeah. That would be a very Luffy thing to do. Absolutely. I love that.
Right.
Especially like with the Logtown scene and shit too. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's so hard to.
Yeah, that's tough.
So hard to think of. I mean, it's so hard to see Luffy not die with, even Cobb's hormones he's taken, with gear
second,
gear
fourth,
third, 4, 5. I don't know. Like whatever's to come. Like he's clearly, using his life force to fuel his ability, basically. So. Yeah, it seems like he will die at some point. I don't know if that's going to be the last panel. I really feel like it's going to be like Sanji and Zoro shaking up, being cool.
Ooh, no, we'll get that way before the end. Holy shit.
That,
I feel,
or the last
like
panel is going to be that artwork you always see of Brooke standing in front of everybody's gravestones.
Oof.
Wow.
Yeah, we don't want to do that.
And then it zooms out and you find out that Usopp's been the narrator the whole time. He's just old as shit.
I would love that too.
Yeah, that would be fucking
Brooke
crazy.
on some leaves from the vine.
Don't do it! I can't think about this, my heart.
Slow.
Oh, that's making my fucking soul heavy. Holy shit. Okay. That was an amazing fucking conversation, you guys. We are running way over the time that I originally wanted to do this, but it's been an incredible conversation all the way through. We're going on the 2-hour mark here, and I feel like we've had people here the entire time. That means a fuck ton to us, you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for supporting us throughout the first year of our project and the road to 1K. This is very surreal. We cannot thank you guys enough. Be on the lookout for the future of Project M.A.N.G.A. We got big things planned for you guys. Pete, fuck with us in the Discord. If you visit the link tree down below, the description section is going to have a link tree link, and that's going to show all of our individual social media accounts, all of our other online communities that we're a part of, including Discord, which we have a giveaway coming up here. Just to remind you guys, giveaway coming soon, and we're giving away 4 volumes of manga. Coming from the series that we cover on Weekly Shonen Jump.
Grab your chance to win.
We got Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 1, My Hero Academia Volume 1.
That's the one you want.
Black Clover Volume 1, and then I'm going to go grab One Piece Volume 1 as well. And that's going to be going down here within the next couple of weeks. So you have to be a member of the Discord to be in the running. I will reiterate this one more time. After a certain point, I'm not going to say exactly when that point is. I will be screenshotting the current member list of the Discord. That is going to be the cutoff for entries. And then I'm going to assign every single person inside of the Discord a number from 1 to whatever that total is. And I'm going to run. We're going to go live on Twitch. And I'm going, which the Twitch link will be down in the description as well. And we are going to run that total number through a random number generator 4 times live on air, so you guys can see, and it's fair. And then until we run out of volumes, we will do that 4 times and then give away those books. And that's going to be really fucking fun. And then as far as the future goes, of course, we have Patreon coming soon for those who are inquiring on it. Can't wait to give you guys that extra content and all of those perks.
Yes.
And aside from that, other ways to support Project M.A.N.G.A. is to subscribe to the podcast on Anchor. That link is also down in the description. Spot donations inside of Venmo or PayPal if you feel so inclined. Otherwise, just keep fucking hanging out with us on YouTube every week, man. Manga reviews and anime news, baby. That's what we're here for.
Don't forget Twitch.
And don't forget Twitch. Absolutely. Subscribe to Twitch, follow the Twitch. any other kind of ways. Yes, absolutely.
We're gonna be doing that more.
We're gonna be doing a lot more on Twitch. You guys have been incredibly supportive on Twitch so far. We love doing content. We love doing read-throughs. We love coming together and hanging out and playing video games, chilling with you guys. So definitely, if you guys want to see us on more of a relaxed, less analytical, atmosphere inside of Weekly Shonen Jump reviews, of course, we're going to keep doing tangential tie-ins anytime we think of a cool topic. If you have any topics that you guys can think of, fuck with us on Discord, Twitter, throw suggestions out there. We'd love to keep doing tie-in topics as well, but Twitch is a more relaxed, like us atmosphere of like who we are as people outside of Weekly Shonen Jump analysis. So we would be more than happy to hang out with you guys there too. But that's going to do it for this 1K special live stream. You guys have been incredible in the chat. Thank you so much for your donations today.
Red Phoenix, appreciate you, bro. Go watch the backlog. We get some fire content, bro.
Okay, yes, go watch the backlog. Absolutely. We have 2 main playlists: Weekly Shonen Jump review and analysis, general anime and manga discussion topics. You can't miss with any of those. The tie-in series is some of the most fun that we have on this show. And I would highly implore everybody to go catch whatever tie-in topic that is the most appealing to you, because you can't miss with anyone. But that's going to do it, you guys. We're out of here. This has been the Project Manga Podcast. Thank you so much, Ashes, for being the facilitator of our questions. Thank you for taking them. Thank you for reading them. Bro. You're the fucking GOAT, bro. We'll see y'all online. I'm Noxie.
Kiko, love y'all. Thank you.
Iguru.
And Nickums, thank y'all so much.
And we will catch y'all next time. Peace out, you guys. Thank you.
Jana.
Ane.